we're getting into the game. We're going to tab over to the screen. I'm going to turn some music on, and we're going to pick up on the story so far. This is the Tales of the KnightLites. We have recently finished, relatively recently finished at this point, our Waterdeep Dragon Heist module, and we need to bridge the gap and tell some side stories between what happened in that at the end of that campaign and the start of the next one. And we need to wait for the art to be finished anyway, so we're doing Tales of the KnightLites. We finished the first one, which is Wolfsbane, and we're on the second one, which is Falling in the Shadow, following Braden Coy, our sneaky boy, who is learning all about the ins and outs of becoming a warlock, and more to the point, serving a patron, specifically the Raven Queen. He has done his warlock due and gained some abilities, but now he has to pay the piper, so to speak, and find a soulmonger that exists somewhere in Waterdeep, and the investigation is off to a rousing start. Namely, they got arrested. That was a thing that sort of happened. But more to the point, the KnightLites still have their own things going on, and they're slowly but surely reuniting the adventuring party that gave them their start, so to say, with Tristan Sirgaze, Gideon Wolfbrother, Tulah Moonshadow, and Tremere Emberkiln. The last of which has not shown up here yet, but currently in the Good Night's Rest, the tavern that the party is running, Tristan and Gideon are in rooms for various reasons, and in the middle of the night, Tulah has arrived, angry, elvish, full of fire, and recently asked the party what they know about mind flayers. After setting off many of the scrying wards and otherwise security devices placed in the tavern, the Good Night's Rest, with various divination spells, apparently looking for Tristan. It's the middle of the night. Many of the party needs badly to sleep. Salcom has recently undergone an operation. Pierce just got out of being arrested. Braden has gone to sleep, as Vili Rosnar has disappeared. Connie is downstairs with Pierce and Salk. Rock is sleeping soundly. Lawrence is probably just starting to get up for work, and there is a very upset elf in the middle of the tap room, nursing a glass of whiskey. What would you guys like to do?
So last we left off, she posed the question, what do we know about mind flayers?
Yes.
Serious question. Do I have to answer that sober?
I thought you were upstairs asleep.
No, Sparkham came down with the rest of y'all.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm. Of course he did. You think he's gonna let any of you ruin his organization system?
The rest of you all is Connie and Pierce. Brayden and Rock are upstairs asleep.
Okay. In a student sense or in experience sense?
I think Tulah just, like, half glares at you.
Like, we fought one of them a couple of times.
Do you know how they reproduce?
With intellect devourers, I believe.
She shakes her head.
No? How do they reproduce?
Make an Arcana check.
Does it happen to have something to do with advanced magic users of other races?
Of a sort, yes.
Boom, there's my contribution. Like, takes a sip of something.
Yeah, Pierce. Oh, wow, okay, both of you.
That's my first good roll with Pierce in a while. Holy shit.
Yes, it is, and Connie matched it with a nat 20.
Wow, okay.
So both of you have heard Tristan talk about this, I think. It's incredibly insidious. Mind flayers reproduce through parasitic infection. zygote mind flayer, basically, is a little more than a tadpole. And it is implanted into a host somehow. It could be ingested, it could be injected, it could be ritualistically implanted. There's all kinds of... It enters a host body in some form, and then gestates. And through that gestation, the body turns into a mind flayer, and when that happens, the embryo takes over the mind and soul of the occupant.
So yeah, one big giant pile of nope.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Ooh, that's some parasitic wasp bullshit.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Ugh.
God, I like to think that a fucking look crosses Pierce's face, like he just.
Like, I think
into
Connie
a
and
lemon.
Pierce share a look.
Yeah.
The shared look of ugh. Ugh.
You two gonna share with the class?
It's rather gross, and effectively a parasite.
Like Mela?
More
a little
like-
more.
More
bit
like
more-
the slad, but instead of bursting out of you, you would turn into the mind flayer.
Ugh.
It
So-
kind of takes over your body.
So when you guys start like putting words to it, you hear Tulah set her glass down a little bit harder than she should.
Wait,
Touchy subject. Gotcha.
wait.
A very slow head turn towards Tulah.
Yeah, Pierce does the same.
So is it you or him who's infected?
Alright.
It's my understanding that he knows how to get rid of it.
Okay, you stay there. I'll get him.
Yeah.
No scrying.
How do you get rid of one?
You have no idea, not even with that roll.
Not even with that roll. Jesus.
I'm guessing that 20's not gonna help either.
In your case, Connie, like, you're not as studied arcanically as Pierce is.
Gotcha.
If you have inspiration, you can spend it, and I will tell you that maybe Tristan has told you, or alluded to it, but if you don't have inspiration, no.
I do have inspiration if you guys want me to use it.
That's up
Well,
to you
Tris-
there, Chief.
I mean, Tristan's right there downstairs.
Don't,
That's true.
please don't tell me you're actually saying that in character.
No, I'm not.
Pierce or Nightfall was saying that to Gracie.
Okay.
Yeah, he's right down there.
So yeah,
Oh,
maybe we
Let
get
it lie then.
maybe we get the brief flashback of like the same flashback that like shows Tristan like telling you two about mind flayers, and maybe he says like, "Not that you need to worry about that as long as I'm here." But maybe that's all he said.
Okay.
Oh, there is a not insignificant chance that he is drunker than life is seen. Drunker than life has seen.
I've never seen that man drunk.
He sounded like he had some things to work out.
I've seen him pretend to be drunk.
He went down there with 2 cases of cheap beer and said he would trash the room for us.
Is that not? It sounds like he wanted him to do it.
Yes, Mert is coming tomorrow, and we need to make sure that even if they find where he is, that they don't.
Oh
know,
my
think
god!
anything.
Oh my god!
What?
The sky just opened up, and there is a river coming off of my roof. I might lose
Oh,
power. If that happens, I'm sorry. I'll be back when I can.
Noted.
Right. Stay
Noted.
safe, folks.
Oh, jeez.
I was like,
Uh.
it's getting dark quicker than it should for the middle of summer, and then I looked out my window more fully, and it literally looks like there's a waterfall.
Yikes.
That's a lot of water.
Wow.
That's
Anyway,
a lot of water. Okay.
We're getting a visit from Mert tomorrow, and we want to make sure that even if they find the room he's in, that they don't think anything of it. They just think it's another room. You know?
he's not drunk.
Probably not, but I'm gonna go get him. You stay here, no scrying. Just keep your peepers to yourself.
How did you get yourself in this situation?
You speak Elvish, right?
I do.
Okay, I think in Elvish she says, like, with this inflection, I don't know, but she says it with the, like, Elvish, like, curse, like, suffix, basically.
I
Yeah.
don't fucking know.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha. Mm.
So, Sok,
see.
you head downstairs, and, like, so you're in the cellar of the Good Night's Rest. What does the secret room's door look like? Gamzelis? Anybody?
Yams?
Gamzee!
Yamsey?
Cool. Cool.
Okay, so is it up to the group then of what the
Thought I
cellar
fucking
goes?
lost power there for a second.
Oof.
So yeah,
So-
anybody can jump in with this if you have ideas.
I would say it's one of those inset into the wall kind of doors.
Okay.
I was gonna suggest, like, there's, like, shelves or something, and the door's, like, on a pivot,
Nice.
so it just flips around.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, like a ninja door, Gracie?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we
And
can.
it's got wards on the side of it so that it locks in place unless
Yes.
something is like a phrase is said.
Now that being said, we can't do that scene because Genzi's apparently not here. So back upstairs. Yeah, you just got cursed at by a high elf.
That's always a great feeling.
Yeah, right.
What, did you just wake up one morning? Yeah, I think I'm gonna say that in Elvish.
I think she like picks up her whiskey glass again, and her hand is shaking, and I don't think she's gonna answer you immediately. Why don't you make a persuasion check?
You want me to make one?
Yes, because you're trying to get her to talk. Also, I'm echoing off somebody, and I don't know who it is.
I'm not hearing the echo here.
It's faint.
Probably Nightfall by the looks of it.
Okay,
Sorry about that.
no worries. So, with that roll, she doesn't have super high charisma. She's a wizard. And that's a pretty good roll. I think you're still echoing Nightfall.
Let me turn my volume down and see if that helps.
Okay. I think she says, I can't narrow it down precisely, but there are means.
Any idea how long it's been stewing?
Given the nightmares, the changes in personality, the pain, a month, maybe 2.
Ah, so the fireball outside was not you.
I don't think she said anything.
Poor timing. Sorry.
Okay.
How? With the roll that I made to
Mhm.
about the reproduction of a mind flayer, how
Mhm.
long does gestation take?
It varies based on several factors, none of which are physical development.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
Hi, hello. Sorry about that. I had
No
to get up
worries.
anyway.
You good?
Yeah,
Okay,
my dog was just going wild.
no worries.
Right.
There,
Which-
several of the factors are immeasurable to most people. It's also like a closely guarded secret because like you like the people who have the most contact with mind flayers would be like orcs and drow. And even like they don't know much, and they're not really inclined to talk to people like you.
Yeah, I figured as much.
So it's kind of up in the air, but the theory amongst the medical community, and this is probably what you were taught in school, Pierce, is it has to do with psychic energy, magical aptitude, and a couple of other things. Like, even that alone is not enough. Like, there's more, but it doesn't follow, like, a normal, like, animal gestation. Like, it's an aberration at the end of the day. Like, it functions more like a curse than a, like, embryo.
So, a person that has more magical aptitude may take longer or more, or
That's the theory.
than a commoner would.
That's the theory.
Okay.
The commoners also don't get, like,
Abducted.
infected. Yeah.
Yeah. Because they're not the ones going into the Underdark.
There's also the question of where you were and who you had contact with a month
Sorry
ago.
about that.
I hear the thunder.
Wow, you weren't kidding.
Yeah, that's loud.
I didn't get to the mute button quick enough. I'm very sorry, guys.
It's fun.
Ain't no
It's not
trouble.
that
No
intrusive.
Sorry, excuse me 1 second. I gotta find my notepad.
Yep.
What? I'm certain that undergoing that would mess up your memory quite a bit. Do you have any inclination of where you were before it happened?
I don't know when it happened. It's a nice touch, the thunder, honestly.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, a little bit.
Honestly, I'd have to say don't worry about muting because
I
that
feel
might
like-
work really nicely.
Yeah, it
I
adds
feel
to
like
it.
the sky outside of the Good Night's Rest just kind of opened up as well.
I mean, providing that I don't lose power, I'm fine with the ambience.
It works because we've covered already. We're entering storm season, and this is a
Mhm.
very heavily oceanically based city.
No, you're right. You're right.
Makes sense. The sky would just kind of go, oh.
Do I have rain ambience on my thing? All right, let me check real quick. Sorry. I should. I better. Where is it? Oof, that lightning was close. That's not good. I don't. Remind me to put some
Rain ambience got it.
rain ambience in later, yeah. I'm surprised I don't. I usually have it in. Anyway.
I think Roll20 has some like.
Yeah.
chopped up-
Oh, I do. Well, I think this might be it. Let me check.
I can't actually hear anything in general off of this. Do we have anything playing on it
Yeah.
right now?
Oh, yeah. I've got it.
Yeah.
I do have it on. Good.
Yeah, I
can hear. I can't.
There we go.
I
Can you guys hear? Can you guys hear that rain?
Ooh, I
Cool.
can. That's nice.
Cool. There we go.
It sounds really nice.
Anyway.
The
Found
loading speed suddenly doubled, or halved, so I assume it's getting ready to play me something.
Anyway. So. Yeah. She says, I don't recall when it happened. I don't recall venturing recently.
That's okay. We had a mind flayer in the city recently.
Right?
How long have you been in the city?
Less than a day? I followed his trail here. I didn't
Wait.
even know about all of you until speaking with Dernan.
A month ago.
Did he say anything good?
You weren't in the city a month ago.
She shakes her head.
Where were you then?
Candlekeep.
I see.
I'm not surprised she would go there. My button's not pressed. My apologies.
No worries.
It's about roughly a month ago. Was about the same time we came here.
She nods. I heard about that. I think we just missed each other. Not that I would have recognized you. You've grown 3 feet since I've seen you last.
He nods. As for you, you haven't changed much at all.
Just smiles a little. It's kind of like a sad smile.
Mm-hmm.
And she glances at Connie when you say that. Meanwhile, so Salk knows how to. Good God, it got worse. Salk knows how to open the door, right?
Yeah.
Cool. I have a feeling I'm gonna lose power, so if you guys could just spread the word, I apologize.
Yeah.
So Salk, you push open the secret door, and you see Tristan just like laying on a cot, using his knees as like a desk basically, and he's writing in a journal. Gamzee?
Sorry, forgot I had the button pressed.
No worries.
So are you like actually drunk or just pretending? He like leans against the door frame, more to support himself than to look cool.
Morning already?
Oh, far from it.
I was going to say.
You've
No.
got a visitor.
Not. What?
He like steps in, closes the door mostly, sits down.
There's no place to sit in here. It's just a cot and then like a
he's
dungeon
just,
floor.
He's just sitting on the floor.
Okay. There's a thin layer of like liquid on the ground. You can assume that it's beer.
Lifts hand, slightly dripping. Gonna pretend that's beer.
Between you and me,
Anyway.
it is, but don't tell Lord Mert that.
Right. Ugh. Sorry. I'm playing up how long it takes to get down here, because I am surprisingly tired after those stairs.
You look like hell.
Without my belt, moving around is actually kind of difficult right now.
The belt that you're wearing.
Mm-hmm. My attunement was cut from it.
Wizard.
Yep.
Tristan gives you the nod like, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Speaking of wizards, yours here. Yours is here.
What? I don't have a wizard. Do you mean Percival?
No, Tulah.
What? Like, puts the pad down or the journal down and like sits up all the way? What do you mean Tulah's here?
That's another reason I sat down. Figure I'd brief you a little bit before you head up there, just so you know what you're getting ready to deal with.
He looks at the foot of the bed where his rapier is leaned up against the wall, and his brows come together. And like, you've talked to Tristan one-on-one, like he trained you to be a bard. You know this is his, like, how do I put this? Veteran's habit. Whenever he starts to get worried about something, he starts looking for physical defenses.
As long as you've got a solution, you won't need that yet.
Yet, what?
She's infected by something. Sounds like a mind flare from what she's talking.
He like closes his eyes and like inhales for a second. If this is your idea of a joke, Sokoma, you should be warned you're playing with fire.
And I think he puts on that paw face. This ain't a joking matter, Tristan. I helped purge this city of one mind flayer. I don't know. I wasn't directly involved with the last one. I will be with the next if I have to.
This is not a hero's tale. No one wins when dealing with them. For your sake, for all of our sakes, I hope you're misinformed.
I just wanted to get you briefed before you head up there.
Like, grabs the rapier and, like, lays it across his lap. And you can see that his, like, the fingers on his right hand are twitching. And he says, start from the beginning. What precisely is happening?
Pierce,
His tail is going, like, 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Pierce said that someone was scrying inside the bar. And
Is that common? How do you know?
We had an archmage set up wards within the building that will alert us.
That sounds like a... You sound cavalier talking about that, but... Should have... Go on.
So, the stone marrow arrived and not only let us know about that, but also told us who and from where. And, as you might imagine, it was Tulah. Scrying here from the yawning portal looking for you.
Looking for me, of course.
From the sounds of things, she thinks you've got a solution to her infection. She came walking in, looking ready to blow our door down. So we,
How bad is it?
well, I don't really know how you tell that sort of thing, but she had a black mark running up her arm.
So she doesn't currently have face tentacles?
No. She's aggressive. More aggressive than when she was when we were children, but I imagine that's just what age does to her people.
In your defense, you were children.
Right.
Tula's always been cold.
This wasn't cold, Tristan.
I know what you mean.
She held a fireball ready to literally blow our front wall off.
Does she know I'm here?
Well, she does now.
Right. We're going to need to think of a cover story, and quickly.
For what?
I know a solution. Yes.
Let me guess, not a good one though?
Just, like, wiggles the rapier.
So it's either accept the infection or aces then.
Not Tulah.
The one that did it?
No, I mean, we have to find a solution.
Oh.
I can't do that.
Right. Okay.
Right.
You're a lord. Why don't you just go to talk to She Hates You? Well, he hates you too. Wow, you're very good at making enemies.
No. I'm very good at solving problems.
I just went to suggest both Blackstaff and Mert and realized both of them want to...
So here's what we're going to do, Sokum. Keep her talking. Relax her. Let her believe that everything is going to be taken care of, and I just need to go and get a few rare reagents. I'm going to talk to Dove and see about breaking into Blackstaff Tower.
Actually, before you commit larceny,
if anyone in this city is going to know something,
before you go committing advanced crimes of magic. I've got a dumb question.
Hmm?
Do you know what level the infection sits when it comes to mind flayers? Is it
I never let
spiritual?
it get that far.
Is it spiritual? Physical?
Oh, that. It's comical coming from me, I'm aware. But mind flayers, illithids, they're an abomination. They are the deepest shadow in the hearts of our reality. There is nothing worse, and nothing they cannot corrupt. To that end, I got very good at killing them when I have to, though it's a struggle. I don't have a academic answer to your question. The only place I can think of that would have it is Safar's office.
Well, that kind of kills my idea, doesn't it?
Hmm?
No. The man that did my operation earlier today, he's an archmage. He weaved the will of a god out of my soul. Figure if it's something on the spiritual level, he might not mind the practice, assuming Tulah is up for a still experimental procedure.
You are young and healthy.
She's an elf. What's the difference between me now and her right now? Isn't she going to be practically the same as she was 10 years ago?
Precisely.
Wouldn't that make her a better candidate for this sort of thing than
I've
me?
been to a lot of places, Sockham. I've seen a lot of people. For their bluster, and a lot of it is deserved. There's no one more fragile than an elf.
I gotcha.
A disease for them is an opposing army for you. Bearable, perhaps, in time, but never without cost. And they never get any better.
An elf catching the flu is like me catching a knife to the knee.
Precisely.
Never quite be the same after. That's no way to live.
It's a very good way to live for a very long time, apparently. But we can discuss the specifics of Corellian's image another time.
You're going to do something stupid.
What choice do I
Which-
have?
If you're going to do something stupid, you need to submit to some minor conditions of my own.
If nothing else, that should be amusing. Go on.
I want you to take Brayden,
Hey.
just so we have some backup for you.
I was going to take... And you see him start to say something, and he closes his mouth.
Can't take Pierce, because he'll...
No, I was
Frankly.
thinking about Constance.
Well, we were on the same page about that one then. And another thing,
Hmm.
don't... He, like, looks over to the right of the room.
What?
Don't you fucking dare give up.
Let's say there's nothing to find in the tower. Are you prepared to do what has to be done?
Think he uses Galestorm to like stand up? I'll try, but I've got no guarantees.
You're going to hear me say something that I've never said to you before, Sockham.
I'm not staying out of the fight.
I can't do this. I've had to do it before. A few times. But not for Tulah. I don't think I can.
You know her full name?
What?
You know her full name? He like clipped the little book off of his hip.
Are you asking me her true name? No.
Something you'd remember her by. Something that she would want to be remembered as.
Yes. Tulah Moonshadow, Andraste. It means Lady of Starlight.
I'm assuming that's Elvish, but he's still gonna do his best to try and like write that down.
Yeah. He translated it. Her
Okay.
title is apparently Andraste.
Right. Well, the great Tristan Sierge is saying he can't. I guess that leaves the next best option to do it.
I don't think Mud would do it.
I'm not saying Mert, I'm saying us. We are inherently better than Mert.
You keep telling yourself that, my boy.
I will, because someday it'll be true. Or I will die trying.
Right now, we have to put our faith that there will be an answer in the tower.
The absolute worst case. I'd like you to, if you can't find anything, maybe... I know how this sounds, but humor me. Before we have to do something drastic. Talk to Vajra. Maybe she can make something. She made a bomb that was going to take care of Manchun forever. I don't see why she couldn't make a solution for this. Eventually.
Vajra Safar would sooner let everyone I care about die than do a favor for me.
Then if you can't find anything, I'll say it. I'll ask.
If we have time, fine. But I'm warning you. Tulah will be a threat before there's an outward sign.
Right. Then let's get up there. I'll make you an excuse.
Like, straps the rapier to his belt. Why you, Tulah? Why you? And he said something. Do you speak Infernal?
I only have 2 languages still. I need to fix that. No, I don't.
Funnily enough, that was one that I picked up.
He says something in Infernal, like, under his breath. You barely catch it.
He thinks to himself, I'm gonna have to get Connie to teach me that language.
Like, pushes open the door, steps out, and when he passes through the threshold, you see him become Tristan again.
He's putting
Putting
on
on
the
the
show.
mask.
Putting on
Exactly.
the show again.
And he like adjusts his cape, takes a deep breath, and starts walking upstairs.
Bard's gonna bard.
Where we are talking.
Yes.
Found him.
Oh, good.
I heard I had a visitor. You're looking lovely. And she says something in Elvish, which,
I speak it.
Are you the only one?
I might be.
Yeah. So in Elvish, she says there's been a situation. And he like puts a hand on the hilt of his rapier, and he says, "I heard." Like holds a hand up. I need some reagents. Rest here. There's plenty of food, good wine, and a warm place to sleep. Though, unfortunately, I always have a little bit of trouble with arcane reagents. Dove, would you mind to come with me to the shop?
Sure.
What do you...
And Pierce, you see him look back at Gamzee and start walking towards the door. Or Salcom and start walking towards the door.
Can I roll insight here?
Yes. Yes, you can.
Salcom's like very as quickly as he can heading for like the stairs.
Yeah. Okay. Just for the sake of it.
I would love inspiration.
I'm gonna warn you right now, Mr. Inspiration. Tristan got a nat 20,
Ugh.
and the nat 20 was a 33.
Well,
So... He's completely unreadable.
Okay.
Salcom's unreadable because he's just tired.
You're right.
tired and wounded.
I was
He's
doing some
using
thinking.
using a magic battle axe as a
If-
walking cane.
Whatever you have in mind doesn't work, which I hope to God it does.
We've already got a couple plans, Pierce.
He
Don't
like
worry.
like smiles, like, don't talk like that. I'm Tristan Seargaze, and you're the KnightLites. Everything's going to be fine.
We always have to have a contingency.
Connie, make an insight check with advantage.
Okay.
I was thinking maybe Trench could help in some way.
He never says everything is going to be fine, Connie. He's never said that in his fucking life and meant it. Like,
She gives him a look, but she doesn't say anything yet.
well, whatever.
Can I
avenue-
roll off the look that Connie gives him?
Yeah, make a deception check, Connie. Make an insight check, Pierce.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Pierce, come give me a hand getting up the stairs, would you?
Sure.
Nuffle really likes me tonight, apparently.
Yes, he does. So Tristan like opens the door and like gestures you out, Connie.
What time is it?
No, go
Not,
help.
it's not daybreak
Go
yet, but
up
you're
the
probably
stairs.
coming. You're probably turning into Trollskull Alley about this point, Lawrence. So, Connie, do you leave?
Yep.
Okay. So
Following Tristan out.
you step out. Tristan closes the door, and so Lawrence, you see Connie and Tristan like stepping out of the good night's rest.
Hey, morning.
Is it? Looks up.
Oh, fuck, is it morning already?
Funny, I said the same thing.
There's a problem.
There's not a problem whatsoever. Dove and I just need to go and get a few things from the market.
Lawrence is gonna give Tristan a look and he's gonna bite back the "Why don't I believe you?" and just nod and few things from the market. Got
The
it.
tavern might not be open today.
Okay, well, I'm at least gonna say good morning to everyone, assuming they're up.
We might want to wait. There's a bit of a mess in the tap room.
Dad, he's going to find out either way. He's a nightlight.
What are we getting ourselves into this time?
Nothing.
Connie, little sis. Oi.
I'm waiting for Connie to go, Dad, quit fucking lying through your teeth. I'm waiting for it.
Lawrence has kind of just resigned himself to the fact that he will be lied to, and he knows it.
Not everyone needs to be informed of everything.
And Lawrence just starts. So they're out in the street, right?
Yeah, they're out in front of the door.
Yeah, so Lawrence is just gonna step closer and be like, everything, no, but we do work better as a group.
This doesn't involve the KnightLites. Not really.
And Lawrence just raises an eyebrow. He's not gonna say anything, just, uh-huh.
I mean, we kind of became involved when she showed up, but...
She who?
Let's just call it an old girlfriend and be done with it,
Ooh, girlfriend, blackmail material. And he is completely joking, but
Right.
he's like, ooh, sweet.
Not the time, Lawrence.
And Lawrence just sighs. Sorry. Late night, not enough caffeine.
Usually gotta get to the forge before I get coffee.
All you need to
Pretty
worry
much.
about is that I need to take my dove here for an hour or so, get some rare reagents, and then this whole matter will be put aside.
All right. Well, if you need anything, I'll be over with Master Embrick and Master Ravi here in about an hour and a half.
Certainly. Percival might need your assistance later.
Certainly.
Come on, Dove, I'll see if I can find a carriage this late. He's like walking towards the entrance of Trollskull Alley.
That's early, but yeah. She just gives Lawrence a look of "I'm sorry" as she's walking away.
And Lawrence just shrugs and goes, and he knows it's gonna come back to bite him in the ass later. But...
Oh, absolutely. But like one thing I will note is Tristan is like Winter Soldier walking away.
Ah,
Yeah.
doing the strut almost.
No. doing the like I wish somebody would walk.
The march down to death row.
Yes.
Ah.
I was honestly expecting Lawrence to walk into the tavern anyway.
I know,
Oh, yeah.
right?
He was going to be going inside.
Okay. Well, you go inside as Salk and Pierce are going upstairs, and Tulah Moonshadow is sitting at one of the tables.
Lawrence, you're probably better to help, but two is better than one. You mind?
Yeah. Hello, Tulah. Good to see you. You're looking well. I'll be right back. And just go and,
Do you speak
Raise up.
Elvish?
no.
She says something to you in Elvish.
Don't understand that. Would like to learn.
Apologies. Good morning.
I'm sorry, my mind went to, this motherfucker just said, I'm dying.
No. It was like Pierce could tell you, it was like a traditional Elvish greeting.
Yeah. As I'm going up the stairs, I'm gonna ask Salcom, what kind of ritual is he planning to do?
Well, it's something known as don't worry about it, it'll make you nervous.
Oh,
It's
boy.
Tristan. He always makes me nervous.
Yes.
And just Lawrence Motors, so we're in it again, are we?
Fortunately.
At the top of the stairs, you see who you know as Derek, like in a crouch around the corner. He's like kitted up, he's ready to go. Which normally Rock and he would start training in about an hour. So it's not a huge surprise seeing him like kitted up and ready to go, but it is a surprise seeing him just like obviously eavesdropping in the hall.
Hey, Derek.
Morning to you too.
He like stands up to his full height and nods. What's up?
What's
What?
what?
I've known that man longer than you've been alive. He's scared to death. What's happening?
I'll fill you in later.
You'll fill me in now. And you see that his teeth enlarge a little bit when he says that.
I'll fill you in the room.
I will.
Come on.
Okay, alright. All of you need to make charisma saving throws.
Oh shit. Is this a mind altering effect, or is it just?
Yeah, no,
a save?
he's just trying to intimidate you.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my inspiration
Shit.
for charisma.
Okay.
Advantage.
Alright.
I wish I had advantage here. Oh no.
Okay. So yeah, he's like, you'll tell me no! And like his teeth enlarge. Salk, you don't give a shit. Lawrence, you don't give a shit. Pierce like falls back a step.
First, you say something, and I'll show you how Bear is still with me.
Oh god, wait.
Lawrence reaches out,
Wait a second.
keep him from failing.
I have a dumb question.
Yup.
Is it? Oh my god, is it a contested intimidation to see who he's more scared of?
No.
Okay. I figured not.
I'm trying to save face right now because we still have customers in the building.
Tristan lied to my face and I know it, so...
Like slow inhale and exhale. You see the lichen transformation like decrease in his face. Pulls his hood up. I'm
Keep
not the
walking.
chatty one.
Keep walking with us. I'll tell you once we get into the room.
Where are we going? Like
Brain's
falls into
room.
step behind you.
Brain's room is in a tower, dude.
Yeah, I know.
There's a staircase.
Are we sure Salk can get up there in his condition?
Yeah, absolutely. Like Salk,
Especially
you've
with
been attuning to the belt the whole time, right?
Yeah.
With every step, your steps are getting firmer.
They're probably like nearing the like top, the beginning of those stairs, and he like shakes the two of them away. Like, sorry, mostly kind of a cover to get you up here with me. I'm mostly okay for right now.
So,
Okay.
so you stop to say that, and quote unquote Derek just walks past you, and just he's up the stairs like Aragorn, like he's just gone.
Oh, yeah, he does the leap climb, basically.
No, he's a human, but he's big and he's got a big stride. So he's stepping like 3 stairs at a time. And
Okay, so
he's doing the like ranger need to cover distance step as well. So he's probably like halfway up the tower by the time Salcom shakes you off.
Okay.
So,
So we're gonna
Brayden,
keep moving.
You're just getting cozy and you hear on your door.
Rolls eyes. Aye, for fact. What is it this time?
You hear somebody try the door latch. Is it locked?
Yes.
Okay. You hear somebody try the door latch and then hit the door.
You've probably got it locked.
Brayden, of course it would be locked.
Open the door.
Alright, Jesus fuck. It like jumps up, gets himself.
Why
like,
are we waking Brayden up
semi-decent.
again?
Yeah, you like open the door and like the freaking blood hunter that's been training Rockham is just like standing there in the dark. And he
Why
just
are
like
you at my door?
just like shoves past you and starts like checking your room.
He just looks at him perplexed, like
About this point the others
fuck?
come in.
turns around and looks at them. Like
Everyone.
gestures.
Everyone gets in. Sokka closes the door.
Just morning, Brayden.
Okay. Braden, I know you would probably just getting comfortable, and I'm sorry. I know you're technically off the clock, but I need a favor.
Anything. What is it?
Kristen's off to go, do your line of work. I need you to go with her.
Where?
He like holds his hand.
Yeah, you
Like-
need to start
give me
talking,
that-
Sockham.
give me a
What's
second.
going on?
Tristan,
What did I miss?
Tulah is here. And
Yeah, I got that much.
she's sick.
Stops mid getting ready. Oh, she actually showed up.
Mhm.
Okay,
And she's sick.
continues. great, okay.
What do you mean sick?
Wait. What do you mean, do Brayden's line of work? He was going to get reagents.
Sock. Can you make a strength saving throw, please?
Do I have the power of my belt with me?
Yes, you do. Okay, you both rolled in that one, but you got higher.
Okay.
Wow.
So you're like, so Pierce is like, I thought you were just gonna go get reagents. You feel Gideon. You didn't see him cross the room. You feel Gideon grab you by the shoulder and try to like spin you around, and it doesn't work, and his feet slide on the table, and he just like growls. Sick with what?
Illithid. Mind Flayer.
Don't lie to me.
Fuck.
I saw the markings.
You're training my brother. Why would I lie to you and jeopardize that for him?
So if
Brayden,
Yeah.
you still got any loot in here?
Probably a few bits and bobs.
Cool. I think, like, you say that Gideon just, like, turns around and, like, hits a piece of furniture so far that, like, a glass sculpture falls off and breaks. He's about to Hulk out.
Hey.
oh shit. All right.
Doc, you need to start talking.
Tristan's already on it. He's got a solution.
Yeah, he always
What
said
is-
that.
What is the solution? Because first he said he was going to get reagents, and then you said he was going to do Brayden's line of work.
Where's he
Yeah.
going to go to second story work? Where's he breaking into?
What's he need?
He's after some reagents to get rid of it, but well,
What
say
are
they're
they?
not- I don't have the details on what they are. but
Where
they're not
is he
exactly.
going?
Let me talk. Oh my. Bear, save me. They're not exactly easy to come by, so he's making a quick trip to Blackstaff.
Boy, that's gonna be fun.
Oh,
Wait, he's going to break into.
He
No.
doesn't fucking know. Gideon, like, turns around.
What do you mean?
He's going to research.
No,
He doesn't have a cure.
An Archmage Safar would have the books, wouldn't she?
That idiot!
I think Stockholm stands straight quickly. You don't know a goddamn thing about saving face, do you?
I know Tristan Seargaze.
And I'm trying to keep people from being worried about something that isn't our issue yet. This is your problem. She's part of your group. Yes.
You're
she's
damn
one of our
right.
group. That's why I'm sending my brother. That's why I told you to join us, so I could send you too.
All four of you are going back to bed. I'll handle this.
Brayden's already dressed and just like standing at the window like, I don't think so. No, I'm going with
You know, it's about this time where Lawrence probably stops and it's like, "Oh, you had some fun, didn't you, Brayden?"
So this isn't about saving face anymore.
Bonnie's already going with him, and I'm sending someone to watch over my little sister. I know it's Tristan.
She shouldn't have
Oh.
taken him to begin with. She shouldn't be going there to begin with.
Pierce, shut up.
You, in the cloak. How fast are you?
Bikes heels together, fast enough.
We have to stop them. Get moving. And he just jumps out the window.
Aye, I'll bubble.
Oh, I'm gonna have so much work later.
We out.
I think Sockham groaning.
I hope your
takes a
saving
seat.
face is worth it. And Pierce is gonna storm downstairs.
Which Strokes aside, it is too early for this crap.
You're telling me, man. I just got out of surgery a couple hours ago.
Go back to bed, Sock. I'll see what I can do.
So as much as I want to see Pierce and Tulah get angry at each other, I think we need to stay with Brayden and Gideon.
So, how many acrobatics checks I need to make?
You're still hurt from yesterday. From the last
None,
one you
because
did?
he's not. He's basically gonna go werewolf form and just run, and he's real fast. In his werewolf form, his speed is like 60. Can you keep up with that?
What's your walking speed?
My normal walking speed is 40, but clicking the heels together is 80, so I'm actually faster than him.
Are you using basic
Sorry,
Bloodhunter rules, or are you modifying them?
It's 40, but he's dashing.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
What is your
40,
hasted
haste
speed?
80. Would bonus action dashing be 120?
Correct. And then on top of that, I have different rules for cross country. So like that's for in combat, but if you like go cross country, you can go faster at the reduction of like AC and stuff. How fast are you with the boots, Brayden?
It doubles my movement speed, so
you're actually faster.
Yeah.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
This is a bit of a meta question, but it's important for the numbers. What level ranger is he?
5, I think. Let me check.
Okay, so he doesn't get the boosted 5 feet of movement from Deft Explorer.
3rd. He's a 3rd level ranger.
Okay, so yeah, he doesn't get that.
Okay. Wait, that's a question. With the boots, my movement speed is 40. I double that to 80. But is that walking speed or is that running speed?
No, that's just that is just like your movement is 80, and then you could dash to 160, and then you could cunning action to 40.
Cunning action, I just get an extra thing with.
Are you ruling that the Bloodhunter Lycan adds 10 feet of movement?
It does. Hunters get 10, or Bloodhunters get 10 feet of movement increase.
I think that's right, actually. Hang on, let me pull my thing up.
Bloodhunters absolutely get an increase.
And if they don't,
I don't. I've
really
been reading up on Bloodhunter. They don't. Not from what I'm reading.
Nightfall.
I'll look into it. It's fine.
Amigo.
What?
What did Kit say?
I mean, okay.
No, like fair is fair. Let me see what's going on.
So
I know he gets a bonus to his movement. I just don't remember from what.
It is not the Lycan because I just checked that. And I'm checking.
No, I don't think it. I don't think it is. It's that. It. Hang on.
Yeah, I don't see anything in the Bloodhunter itself either.
I know he gets 10 feet of movement from somewhere.
Is it a ranger thing?
It might be.
At 6th level ranger, you get a bonus of 5 feet.
Yeah.
Regardless, I don't know why we're getting bogged down on this point because Brayden's faster anyway.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like, why are you getting like yes, if he was trying to keep up with Gideon and failing, that would be one thing. But like, why are you harping on this, Pierce?
He would get 10 feet from Bloodhunter at 7th level.
Yeah, he's a 7th level Bloodhunter.
Oh, then there you go. I'm sorry.
Regardless, Brayden is substantially faster anyway, so like...
yeah, that's fair. I forgot about that.
If I use all my, let's say, actions for movement, I can get up to 300 and... like 340?
Wait, how?
300 and...
Should be 240.
I can use, like, normal movement... sorry, 240. No.
Yeah, no. Normal movement, cunning action, and then action.
Cunning action.
And then action.
Normal movement. Right, no. Normal movement.
Yeah.
Use my action to then dash.
Use your cunning action to dash again.
Cunning action to dash again, and the boots give me another action per turn.
Oh, do they? Then it's not 240, it's 320.
Yeah, 320.
God, you're quick. Yeah.
That is extreme.
That's only if I use all of my movement for actions for movement.
I mean, you're still way faster than Gideon.
Yeah,
so
that is stupid
are you
fast.
keeping pace with Gideon, or are you just going to go try to find Tristan?
I'm like off to find Tristan.
Okay.
It's either that, or if I don't find him, like going straight to Blackstaff and just waiting.
Like,
Okay.
you can cover more ground, but he can pinpoint a scent.
Yeah.
True. Let's see if the motherfucker managed to find a cab.
Before we do the cab thing, could I say something real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to do a scene with Tristan, that's fine.
Yeah. Once Lawrence is headed back towards the thing, the first thing she says is, "You have no idea, do you?"
Okay, that's completely valid. Let's see. Make an insight check with advantage. The number to beat is 25. Either way, he goes, "What? Of course I do. Your old dad's not all senile yet."
Good, because I was going to say, if you don't, there's a really smart dragonborn, like, right there we could bother about it.
In the middle of the morning?
I mean, he's going to, the shop's gonna open anyway.
Yes,
eventually, rather.
So, like, you get out of the alleyway, and Tristan's, like, looking up and down the completely empty street, because this isn't the working class district, so, like, the sailors aren't out or anything.
Right.
He just sighs.
Also, I have a key, if you want to just be sneaky about it. Out of character, I think Connie's the last one with the key, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
That's a very, very good idea, Dove. You're more like your mother every day, but unfortunately, I can't risk not knowing.
Not knowing what?
How right I am on the matter. Besides, Lord Safar owes me a favor, so...
Oh, if we're going to Blackstaff, why didn't we bring Pierce?
It's really an internal matter.
Doesn't Connie know that you can't get in without a pen?
Yes. Well, you can when it's open.
Yeah, like... But it doesn't open until a little while later.
Right.
Because wizards aren't working class, they work when they feel like it.
No, correct. I mean, it is a school, but you're still right.
Right. Well, what time does it open?
Probably 8 bells.
Okay. And it's about, what, 5 in the morning now?
4 or 5 bells, yeah.
Okay. Okay. It's probably not going to be open until like 8 or 9 bells anyway. 7 at the earliest.
Right.
And she's like doing the math in her head how long it would take to get there.
Tristan's already like walking up the street. It's not going to take you 3 hours to get there.
So we're gonna head over there and just wait for it to open?
I'm certain they'll let us in. And he says us instead of me, which you think is a little bit weird.
Are you sure you don't want to bring any of the others?
Positive, on that regard at least. You gonna say anything else, Connie?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what you would say here.
Okay, so I think Tristan like turns around and walks backwards for a few paces, and he's like, "I promise you, Dove, everything will be fine." And then Brayden like lands beside him.
Yo, where did you need me?
See, it said the thing again, the thing that you never say.
You should be in bed, young man.
And you shouldn't be out in the middle of the day.
City?
Hey, fine, this early in the morning.
I'll have you know my business as a minister takes place at all hours.
Knocks an eyebrow at him.
I want to
So,
warn him.
how are you planning to get into the tower?
You might want to warn him about the wolf that's about to drop from the sky.
Oh, yeah.
I see it go far at all.
Like, seeing Brayden drop down, she's definitely put the pieces together now.
Hey, Tristan, you might want to step a couple of paces to your left.
Why? Was your lover
Points
not
up.
as accurate as you are?
Hey, just points up.
Tristan, like, looks up, and, like, you see him narrow his eyes, and then he, like, hops back off the sidewalk into the street, because you're back to the building, and Connie, you just see Batman land between him and Brayden. Just this black cloaked figure. And I think Tristan goes, alright, what did they... And then the Batman grabs him by the throat and, like, slams him up against a light pole. I can see you're upset, Gideon. What were you thinking? I'm fixing it. We trusted you! And Tristan, like, sighs.
So what I was trying to say a second ago is that there's a very smart Dragonborn, like, right there we could ask before, you know, badgering the Blackstaff.
Before, you know, grand larceny.
Slightly bigger problems at the moment, Dove. No.
She was more saying that to Brayden than to, Derek.
Now, Gideon, I know what this looks like, but I know your treatment. You're not doing that to... I know. If I can do anything about it, I won't. But us having this out in the middle of the street is not going to help anyone. And, like, lets him go. Tristan, like, rubs his neck. This doesn't concern you. Like hell it doesn't! She's my friend too, Tristan. What I mean is, this is going to get ugly. And I'm not used to that. This is a matter of city dealings, Gideon. This is a matter for what? Smart people? I wasn't going to say that. What were you going to say? It's a matter for careful socializing, and you were breaking into the bloody tower! That doesn't work on me, you should know it by now. You were endangering your daughter. Why? Why not take the wizard? Percival would just make
See,
things
that's
more
what I said.
difficult. Well, Constance, at least what? At least... And his gaze, like, flicks from Gideon to you, Connie, and he says, Vajra won't attack her. Out of everyone on our team and theirs, she's the only one that can go in there without so much as a harsh word. The three of us, you, me, Brayden, we'll get thrown out of the window. But if anyone's going to plead our case and it be successful, providing infiltration fails, it's got to be her. And I really don't appreciate having to tell her that. And so far as a cure, I don't know.
So why didn't you just send Pierce and I instead of breaking in yourself?
Because this isn't a matter for the KnightLites, I need to take responsibility.
Sometimes taking responsibility is letting people more qualified do it.
Moreover, it became our matter when she showed up.
That's it.
In my defense, I never expected to be called on that bluff.
Called on what bluff?
Gideon turns to you, Brayden, and he says, Chuckles over here always told us he had a cure. Probably told her, too. Like cocks his thumb at Connie.
Nod, nod.
And the ease that it put you at allowed us to get through the mission.
Then you might want to have told them afterwards that it was a bluff.
There was never a proper opportunity, and this happens when there's not a proper opportunity. We're here now, Gideon. What do you propose we do? At least I have a plan. Yeah, I got one too. Tell her. Absolutely not.
Tell me what.
Not you, Tulah. I do that, and everything gets vastly more complicated. She's as knowledgeable as the Blackstaff. She's an archmage, Tristan. And she doesn't have the answer. What does that tell you?
That people with expertise in one thing don't necessarily mean they're an expert in the other.
You know who'd probably know? Tristan? You know who'd probably have an answer? Who could probably fix this? Tristan sighs. Don't say Jarlaxle Bainray!
Well, shit.
He's not wrong.
Well,
Whoops.
Personally, I disagree, but that's because I don't know enough about Jarlaxle and think generally he's an asshole.
I mean, he is an asshole. That doesn't change the fact that he's a drow and probably knows things.
well.
I mean, okay, we'll just find a friendlier
Gideon,
drow.
you weren't there. You don't know the circumstances involved in that whole... I know enough. I know you.
Damn.
Are you implying that I did something? I'm saying to your face, you murdered him!
Blake?
Brain just got that face like, I know that, but I wasn't gonna say anything.
No, there was this big brawl. He was just... Dad?
Brain, the shakiness.
Ooh.
And now, we're in the shit. Of something that could have helped with. Where's your careful socializing now, Sirgaze? You don't know that. Neither do you.
You can just see Connie, like, piecing that together, like, oh no.
You got a better option? The Blackstaff Tower would likely have. I said a better option! No, I don't.
Jarlaxle couldn't have been the only drow. There's bound to be some at the awning portal.
Bainray was connected, Dove. More connected than anyone else, he was a public figure in Waterdeep. As much as I hate to say it, Gideon has a point. What do if you go in there? The Black Staff decides you're not worth the exchange. Or worse, doesn't know. What's your backup plan? Honestly, I hadn't thought that far ahead, if you must know. Tristan! You're gambling! I don't have a better idea, alright? Is that what you want me to say, Gideon?
Like, I've just had an idea.
They both look at you.
Slowly turns to the bird. You wouldn't happen to know if there's a cure for elephant larva anywhere nearby?
Roll a D100.
Or in the city? Roll a D100. I clicked the thing. Are you gonna roll it?
Fucking kidding me right now, Braden Coy.
Oh boy.
Oh my god, yes.
What did they roll?
What's he the dice rolling boy?
I think Umbra, like, looks at you, looks at those two, and in Tristan's voice says, well, it's not a sure thing.
Oh my fucking god.
And Tristan just immediately, like, fireball in his hand, like, which, like...
Wait.
Oh my god.
Wait a fucking minute. Braden, that was actually a smarter play than you'd think.
Yeah.
Like,
I had
okay,
a
you probably
dumb
thought that through. But that was brilliant because this is a bird from the Raven Queen. The Raven Queen's whole shtick is collecting people's memories. And if Jarlaxle died here, this bird can probably tap into what memories he has left lingering.
Hey, Gamzee?
Hey.
Gamzee. Give me my fucking GM notebook back and sit down in your corner.
I told you Kit would find out.
Well, what do you think the odds are that this illithid transformation process is the aforementioned corruptor of souls?
It is absolutely not.
Okay.
Excuse, motherfucker. I'm just nerding. I don't have your notebook. Pierce does.
We are going to have a conversation about that bird in a moment, Master Coy. Shut up, Seergaze, let it talk. Like, Gideon steps a little bit closer to you, which, you know, Braden, like, you're pushing 8 feet. Like, you're a big boy.
Yeah.
Gideon is almost your height, and he's a human.
Wow.
Yeah. And, like, take a step closer. What do you know? And the bird looks between the two of you. And to you, Braden, it says, in Asvile's voice, it says, well, the drow had to die somewhere in the city.
So, go back to where he got turned to cinders?
Back to the vault?
Oh, no. No, I will not be a part of this. You can go there if you want. I'm going to... You're coming, Seergaze. That's really not a good idea. Gideon, you weren't there. You didn't see. You're coming. If I have to drag you.
By the tail.
All right, but I warned you.
And hop, skipping the jump to the Dragon Vault.
So the thing about it is, like, yeah, you guys can get back into the Dragon Vault. Like, it's vacant. So you get back into the ruins of the circus that's not been foreclosed on yet. You get back underground. The grow bed and the
fun room
lounge have been emptied. You open the secret door. You head down the stairs.
And the scorch mark that was a Jarlaxle.
Right. Well, hang on. You get back to the big doors of the vault, and they're closed.
Right, we already returned the stuff.
Oh, wait, fuck, we need. Shit.
I just want to put a note out there. Sockham has some of that, some of the ale we need on tap now.
Oh,
Pierce
look at that!
has the dragon
vault is,
scale.
The vault has sealed itself again. Looks like we're not doing that. Tristan goes to turn around. Gideon just thumps a hand on his chest. What? You expect me to get through those doors and... Anyone know Speak with Dead?
Let me consult my spell list on.
The fucking cleric would.
The fucking cleric would? Who? There's no
If you
cleric
got-
in this party.
I'm saying that if they
Lawrence.
went back and got Lawrence.
Or, Avi, if we could convince him.
I don't think either one of them have it prepared today. Braden, you got it?
You just checking.
Assuming he's still in the city, we have another option.
I don't think I do now. What level is Speak with Dead, do you know?
First?
No, Speak with Dead is not first.
Is it not? I thought it was.
Oh, it's a third level spell.
Is
I
it?
definitely. I don't have access to it if I don't have it.
Alright.
Let me double check that, but I'm pretty sure that's
Oh
right.
my fucking god!
Whoa!
So
Yeah.
the bird's eyes just start glowing green.
Wow. Go birdie go. I wish I had this kind of luck.
Umbra's awesome.
I love this bird.
And you guys start to see like blue wisps start to appear around the walkway that you're standing on, and Tristan's like, "This is a terrible plan. There was a lot of people," and then there's a shoom sound, and there's like blue fog everywhere, and out of that blue fog comes everyone who died at the battle for the vault.
Oh!
Oh dear, okay.
Includes one of the castle lanterns.
Yep.
And then we find out this is how the memories are collected. Oh no.
I think this is
no.
a few too many, Umbra.
Umbra is
really-
like got a green aura around it now. It's unresponsive.
Fair enough.
Yes, we had best sift through and find Bainray then.
Yeah.
It's
Whistles. Oi, Bainray, here.
okay. So does anybody have the specifics of Speak with Dead memorized?
I have it.
Pulled up.
Have it pulled
I
up.
have it
Oh,
up at ready.
Wonderbar. Could somebody link that so chat can see it?
Oh, I don't have it in my sheet, so I can't.
Thank you, Gamzee. You grant a semblance of life intelligence to a corpse of your choice within range, allowing it to answer the questions you pose. The corpse must still have a mouth and can't be undead. Close enough. The spell. I'm gonna bypass that because A, I don't agree with it, and B, you're literally using a piece of the Raven Queen's magic to do this. So, the spell fails if the corpse was the target. The spell was the target of the spell within the last 10 days. It wasn't. Until the spell ends, you can ask the corpse up to 5 questions. The corpse only knows what it knew in life, including the languages it knew. Answers are usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive, and the corpse is under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer if you're hostile to it or it recognizes you as an enemy. This spell doesn't return the creature's soul to its body, only its animating spirit. Thus, the corpse can't learn new information, doesn't comprehend anything that has happened since it died, and can't speculate about future events. Okay, so you say, "Oi, Banger, are you here?" That's gonna be one of your questions. So, like, you hear, like, a gong ding. It's like, boom, when you ask that. And, like, the mist parts, and, yeah, like, the ghost of Jarlaxle Bainray, like, steps forward. He doesn't look normal. Like, he was a harper before, more or less.
Yeah.
The piratey, harper, like, bardic Jarlaxle Bainray is gone. He's dressed like Jacob Marley. He's wearing, like, black robes. His lower, like, third is gone. There's, like, manacles on his wrists, and there's, like, chains hanging in the air that fade away into nothing. And I think when he appears, You hear Gideon go, Wraith, and like pulls his hook swords off his back.
Whoa.
Hold on.
Looks at Tristan. You've got 4 questions.
Don't look at me. This is your game.
Aye, I would
I
like to
win.
know what I'm asking, though.
It's your bird.
I mean, Dad, you did say this wasn't a matter for the KnightLites. What's your play?
My play was breaking into Blackstaff Tower, not communing with that.
Right then. So, like, consulting the group, what we want to know? Is there a cure?
No. How do you cure someone who has been infected with an illithid tadpole without killing them?
Alright, Al.
Okay, let me go grab Jarlaxle Bainray's character sheet. I gotta be honest, this is not how I saw this going.
Right?
I remembered the word. You should have seen this going a different way.
Wow. He does not have Arcana, but he does have a 20 in Int of all things. Why do you have a 20 in Int, Jarlaxle?
Mastermind.
But he's the motherfucker.
Oh, that's right, because he's the mastermind. Thank you. Okay. I think, the Wraith, like, twitches like something out of, like, Dead Space. And then he just says, "Never knew." Well, this was a waste of time. Let's get back to the surface and...
Wait.
Who would know the answer to that question?
Who would know the answer to that question, then?
Like, twitches again, thinking. Somebody that Jarlaxle knew that would know the answer to that. Investigation is Int, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think he says, Neilor. And the mist parts, and there's a mind flayer floating on the side of the bridge where he fell.
There's a mind flayer here!
Oh yeah!
No, wait, that's your guy. Who knows?
There's a motherfucker here.
Never thought about that one. Alright, let's ask the mind flare. Is there a way to remove it without killing the person?
How? Ask how. If you ask is there, you'll just get a yes or no.
You know, fair. How do we remove the tadpole without killing the person?
Okay, let me pull out the mind flayer.
He has to know he's a mind flare.
Hey, he's got advantage on the roll, I'll tell you that.
Okay, fair.
The mind flayer, like, looks at you, and his tendrils, like, sweep a few times. And all of you hear in your head, as if you thought of it yourself, Soulstone.
Soulstone. Great.
You have one more question.
Is it possible to insight check that?
Yes?
Soulstone, hey, we know where to get some of those.
Oh wait.
Do you?
I mean, yeah. They already found one in the manor.
You both think he's truthful. As truthful as this entity can be.
I don't want to steal it if someone has a better idea, but I suggest how you use the soul stone to cure someone who has been infected with the tadpole.
How do you use the soul stone to cure the tadpole?
For the person with the tadpole.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. Wasn't.
And on this day, Braden learned how mind flayers transfer information.
Yes, actually, that's exactly what happens.
Oh, if that's the case, then I choose to fail the roll.
Okay. You take 10 points of psychic damage.
Pain.
Maybe.
Settle down there, Spock.
I'm sorry. I'm all aces with like my jokes, and I don't mean to be, and I'm sorry.
So you take 10 points of psychic damage, but you know of an operation. You would not be able to do it, Brayden. But you know of an operation involving effectively transferring the Mind Flayer's soul into a soul stone.
Effectively killing it.
And then the body of the infected person rejects the pupating embryo, which is incredibly painful, but it'll work.
Alright, so let Brendan getting the information, just his reaction is holds head, goes down to one knee like, oh, paining.
When you drop to one knee, Umbra opens its mouth, and all of the smoke, including the smoke making up the forms, flies into its beak.
Yeah.
You okay, Brayden?
Yeah, just give me a second. Oh, that hurt.
Gonna be honest, I was not expecting you guys to pull that.
You're welcome. Alright, so gets back up. It's like, so I know how to do it, just I won't be able to.
Alright, what's the plan then?
So, honestly, I think the plan is to go see Dashin.
Okay.
Is like, necromancer.
Okay. I hope he's still in the city.
Hopefully.
When I left the... Sorry, I was blanking on the word palace for some reason. When I left the palace earlier, he was still there, not packing as far as I could merit, but we'll have to deal with Lord Mert.
Okay. I can work with that. Cool.
Yeah.
I have an important out-of-character question, though, but Connie can't ask it because you haven't specified.
Go on.
I know it's for a good cause and we're trying to get rid of the Mind Flayer and Tulah's, but is Umbra gonna be cool with us fucking around with a Soul Stone?
If it's for an abomination, I would say.
I was gonna say,
maybe?
yeah, like, if it was Tulah's soul, absolutely not. Because it is technically the soul of a Mind Flayer, more of a path, and also, I didn't say what Umbra was gonna do after you did it.
The problem
That's fair.
therein lies with the issue that it's normally the souls that pertain memory. This is, well, so to say, I don't think a zygote can quite develop the level of memory that.
While that is true, the bigger and more important point is Mind Flayers suck.
Yeah.
Like, that is the much bigger point there.
Yeah, they're basically a memory parasite. There you go. That's a phrase I would use for it.
Talk amongst yourselves for a moment, plot ideas. I need to get up for just a second.
Side note, there's a very interesting juxtaposition between what I know about Mind Flayers and how their memories work and, something Elder Brain, and the Raven Queen's thing about memories.
Right.
I mean, if you get a Mind Flayer that's taken the memories of another person, and like that person's soul gets like fucked off, and there's just the Mind Flayer there, that soul's gonna be missing some pieces, and killing the Mind Flayer will restore that.
No, because it's not the soul that gets affected when a Mind Flayer, so to say, digs in. they are literally consuming information via the neural pathways.
Okay.
From what I can tell, it seems like an all of the above situation: body, mind,
Yeah.
and soul.
Also, yeah, Sock, we're good. Pierce
Okay.
is just like most people, not okay with being told to shut up
Yeah.
when he's got a point.
I said that, and it was meant to be kind of brutal, because Sock was getting a little, mad, and then I was like, and then the back of my head went, "Good job, dumbass." It's like, oh no.
Yeah, I feel personally, I feel like Pierce has a point. Like, at this point, is saving face really our priority?
That's the thing about it. Sock wasn't saving face for others.
He was trying to save face for Tristan, which
He was trying to save face for himself, so he doesn't have to think about the reality.
Yeah, he doesn't want to face his fuck up.
He doesn't want to. Sockham doesn't want to face the idea that they might have to put down the person that made him recognize magic as, what it is. Because, like, real talk, ever since Lawrence's magic almost kind of fucked him,
he was kind of scared of it.
Sock was on a little bit on the edge, but
Side note, if Tristan can't bring himself to put her down, if it comes to that, Connie absolutely can. Like, sometimes you just can't save a person if you're, as a doctor.
which reminds me, I have a question when Fox gets back.
My thought process was maybe Tristan would know. Not Tristan. No, fuck. Why did I say Tristan? Maybe Trench would know.
Well,
It's
I
a
don't.
good thing because Trench deals with like soul. Well, you used to.
And
Mental
I'm back.
stuff.
Moreover,
Trench deals with mind
even if he
stuff a
does,
lot.
even if he doesn't know, he would be the best person to, gather information.
Right.
Alright, but now we have a
Also, like, off bit of information that we got that apparently wasn't enough bit of information was he doesn't deal with it anymore.
Right. Apparently, like, he was openly like, haven't eaten in a while, and when they came back after it was implied that he kind of devoured the soul of a Manchun, he seemed to be in, shall we put it, higher spirit.
Do simulacrums even have souls? Question mark.
I mean, I
No.
think it's kind of like the.
There you go.
Oh,
I thought.
unless he, yeah. It's not a Horcrux situation in which you split the soul up.
By the way, I have a dumb question while we've got like a brief thing, Fox.
Yeah, I was gonna have to catch me up to speed, but go on.
I was gonna ask, like, would Tulah have arguments if Sockham came down and asked, like, if he could write down her story? Like, not this specific instance, as much of her story as she's willing to tell while they're gone.
Like, just in case.
I mean, why don't you do that scene and find out?
I feel like that's a fair question.
I mean, yeah, that's a fair question.
If you want to switch to that scene,
I mean, I am gonna switch over, but I want to know what you guys were talking about while I was up.
just like
Conjecturing, discussing lore, something illithid, something elderbrain, something.
If we didn't go to the vault, the other place we could think to go would be to Trench.
which we could also go and talk to Trench about the whole soulstone thing.
We could ask them about it, but again, I feel like Duvario would be our better bet there.
So the question I have about soulstones is, yes, the Castellana Manor may have soulstones there, but the 9 times out of 10 they may have a soul already in them. How do you empty a soulstone?
You use
Put a
it.
sword through it.
Yeah, well, yes. You like, I'm assuming, and retain its functionality.
Yeah.
You use it.
How do you?
Oh.
Well, I guess we can't really ask how do you use one, because that doesn't.
It's kind of like the arcane focus that was a
You
soulstone.
utilize the reagent. There is your answer.
I'm terrified of
Oof.
whatever kind of spell requires you to have a soul.
Would you like a list?
Listen here, motherfucker. I'm planning to play a necromancer at some point, so yes.
Okay. Let's see. Ritual
you
of
meant
Youth.
on the air.
we
Ritual
also
of
have
Total Domination.
Oh.
It makes a great binding agent for a demon.
For some reason, I thought you were gonna say skincare product.
Yes, actually.
I mean, that's basically what Ritual of Youth is.
I mean, and also don't forget you can also use it to deliver it to a demon that devours souls.
That's what I just said.
I mean, no, you said as a binding agent.
Yeah, binding agent,
Yes, so it
aka
can slap on
bribe.
it.
I mean, yeah, the fastest way to a demon's contract is through his stomach.
Demons don't make contracts; those are devils.
Oh.
We also have a devil that could use a soul or two.
I constantly forget that there's a distinct difference in D&D between a demon and a devil.
Also, like, increasing your lifespan will burn. You could burn up a soul to do that substantially.
Well, that's when you start getting into Lich and Arch-Lich territory.
Yes, it is.
And one of those makes you, and both of those makes you nervous, because if you mess up one, you end up with the other. Most people, if not everyone, messes it up. Lore fun fact for you.
2 words: Death Tyrant.
Yeah,
Let's not let one of those loose on the city.
So, basically, very powerful, relatively simple magic.
Yeah. And as we're exiting the vault, I'll explain that.
The hard part is getting the soul in the first place.
No, actually, no, it's not.
Oh.
The hard part is probably getting
the soul next to him.
The hard part is getting a soul that you don't have compunctions about.
Yeah.
I'll have to remember all of this for
I mean, we are trying to get rid of an Illithid.
I mean, fair.
I'll have to remember all this for my Grung
I
Necromancer.
feel like an Illithid soul would create some pretty corrupted magic.
It depends. It depends on what you use it for.
It depends what we'll use it for, how we got it, and what would make for a more interesting story.
Yep.
Sure.
Yep.
So, in the meanwhile, Percival, you were storming back downstairs. How far downstairs?
Once I reach like the bottom step of the tower stairway, just kind of take a deep breath.
Nope, wrong one. Sorry.
A loud sigh.
Tulah's like paging through a book, and she like looks up when you sigh.
Stupid. You can't save face when there isn't anything to save. Then he goes to like walk past the stairway down to the bar.
Oh, I thought you were down in the tap room.
Oh, no, not yet.
Oh, my bad. Then yeah, you go downstairs. Okay, and Tulah's reading a book. She's moved to like the table by the window to watch like Waterdeep wake up. And she's like reading a book.
What do you have there?
I think she like manages a small elvish smile and shows you the cover. It's bound in red leather with like gold metal facets on the corners. The front of it is written in Ignan. I don't know if you speak Ignan.
Let me look. I might have Primordial. I'm not 100% sure, but I know Ignan is a specific dialect. I have Primordial.
Okay.
Lawrence might better than he would.
You recognize the runes for the City of Brass, but you can't make out the rest of it.
The City of Brass. It's a dialect I'm not familiar with. I know the common set of runes, but not this specific set.
is a treatise on the history and the social structure of the leadership of the City of Brass.
What do I know of the City of Brass?
Make an Arcana check. And yes, welcome. That's right. Although if you're asleep, like Gideon hasn't woken you up yet, so that's the thing.
Very well.
So with that question, with that roll rather, Pierceful, you have 6 questions about the City of Brass that you can ask me.
Is the City of Brass on our plane?
It is not. It is in the plane of fire.
That explains the Ignan. Okay. What is the City of Brass known for?
Trade in wonders from the inner and outer planes. It is a city in a sea of lava where the elemental plane of fire intersects with the elemental plane of earth, I think. It is home to djinn of all varieties, planar beings from all over, and denizens of the plane of fire, as well as other warm-inclined planes. Its primary trade is information and magical artifacts from everywhere. Like, you would see, for example, a Holy Moonlight Greatsword just like in a market stall there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So this is like pretty expensive stuff.
Oh yeah. Like if you need to get like a stone of wish, about the only place you could get it is the City of Brass.
This isn't your mama. This isn't your mama's black market.
This is advanced black market.
I don't even think this is a black market. This is.
I mean,
the mage store.
Yeah.
If it's like magical artifacts from across the universe, whether or not it's a black market will depend on who you ask.
Yeah, valid.
If a Stone of Wish is just a front desk, now I wonder what the black market's like then. Stone of Kilgod.
some of the primary like inhabitants of the City of Brass are like straight up Ifriti. Like
a Stone of Wish.
Ooh.
Oh, those things. Use them as paperweights.
Yeah, basically. Like.
But just imagine the nonsense that would ensue if Kit got the chance to interpret Wish.
You have 4 more questions.
I have 4 more questions. Okay. The City of Brass still exists to this day?
Yes.
Okay.
Motherfucker, Tiamat couldn't kill it.
Ooh.
She tried.
I'm
Tried
not surprised when a motherfucker rocks up with a Moonlight Greatsword strapped to an arm meant to stab God.
Yeah, with Stones of Wish as paperweights, I'm not surprised.
Like 3 of them at once. I wish she would go home.
That's basically, like, you joke, but that's basically what happened. Tiamat tried to take over the elemental planes, and she got to the City of Brass, like, not an avatar of Tiamat, like, Tiamat got to the City of Brass, and they just, like, put a bubble up around the city and were like, leave. Like, that was it. Like...
Back. How did you do this? Don't worry about it. Go home.
The gif of just get out. You're not welcome here.
Never should have come here.
Let me put it this way: the City of Brass is so important. There is a designated spot in the City of Doors that goes to the City of Brass.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's your answer.
Oh boy.
City of Doors is elemental air, isn't it?
It's astral, actually.
Oh.
Interesting.
Fun fact, in 4th edition, I think, the Terrasque was chained up under the City of Doors. I don't know if it still is or not.
Okay. You said, what was the title of her book?
All you were able to read was The City of Brass. There's more.
Okay, and she said it was what,
A treatise on the social structure and, like, power structure of the City of Brass.
Okay, what do I know about... Okay, wait, not what do I know. What is the social structure like?
How do I put this simply?
Sell the best shit, get the best spot.
It is a mercantile city, that is true. There is a sultan in the City of Brass. He is the elemental prince of flame.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
He is supposedly an Ifriti, but he is to Ifriti, supposedly, what Bahamut is to dragons.
Wow.
So he
It is completely fair to say he is fire.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Imagine a contract to that motherfucker.
Right?
Fireball. I'm sorry. Did I hear you say you want this city to disappear from any universe's maps?
Gotcha.
Thank you for giving me an idea for a warlock, by the way, Gamsey.
Oh, fuck.
I think that's all I'm gonna ask for right now.
You have 2 more questions, dog.
I do?
Yeah.
Oh.
I have a suggestion if you're stuck for ideas.
What you got?
What's the cuisine like?
Ooh.
Always comes
Yeah, what
back
is
to
the
different.
food like? Because I imagine
Yes,
the
it
food,
does.
the elemental
We
plane
all
of
right.
fire is not...
What is the cuisine like? Allow me to put this into perspective.
I imagine their agriculture is not exactly
Would you
booming.
like me to tell you, or would you like me to talk over? Would you like to talk over me?
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Depending on what you eat, the cuisine varies. You can find magic eaters, you can find gemstone eaters, you can find fire eaters in the City of Brass. But cuisine as it pertains to Pierce of Alavaril, how do I put this? Take the best parts of Creole cuisine and combine it with, like, shawarma.
Oh, great.
Ooh.
Now I'm hungry.
Now I need to go get my chicken from upstairs.
So basically, like imagine like a Middle Eastern Creole fusion restaurant. That's basically the City of Brass.
I know my next business venture.
Oh,
But you
how
laugh.
hard
That
is
sounds
it to
tasty
get
as
to
fuck.
the
Right?
place?
Yeah, it really
How hard
does.
is it to get to the City of Brass?
Do
you need a golden ticket? Can you plane shift there?
My question is, for whom?
For Tulah, it's a hop, skip, and a jump.
No,
Pierce?
horseshit.
No,
Horseshit.
No,
No.
Stop. Hang on. The joke is a hop, skip, and a jaunt.
I mean, yes, but like, so okay.
That is what I said.
It depends on who you are, where you're coming from, and if you've been invited.
Huh?
Gotcha.
For example,
Invitation only?
not necessarily invitation only. It's just much easier to get there if you have an invitation. Let me put it this way. Mert is not particularly arcanistically inclined. Mert can probably go whenever the fuck he wants. Probably.
Gotcha.
Conversely, the Mad Mage Hallister Blackcloak is extremely arcanically inclined, and he's probably been blacklisted.
Gotcha.
You mean Black Cloak
Oh.
listed?
Yes.
So what I'm hearing is your invitations are often handed out to people that can both make a deal and 9 times out of 10
appreciate
keep-
nice things.
and keep said deal.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It is a place of demigods and heroes, really.
I see.
This sounds
Okay.
amazing.
That is all my questions.
Oh, I
Walk
forgot to tell you. You can read the author of the book.
who's the author. I swear.
Kelvin
to God,
Blackstaff.
Oh.
Oh no.
I am sorry. What do I know about him?
He was the first Blackstaff.
Okay.
What the fuck else do you need to know, motherfucker? Like-
Yeah, right? He was the first. I'm sorry, that was written by him.
Tulah, like, looks up, like, surprised. Well, yes, there's not been many people that have gone there.
I see. I may have to learn the language myself so I can read that book.
I need to share with you guys a thing.
Also, probably about now that Lawrence comes downstairs.
Probably. It's 8:30 p.m. It is brighter outside now than it was at 6 p.m.
Wow.
Is the storm that bad?
Not anymore.
Oh, good.
It was.
It's either past or you're in the eye of it.
It appears to have passed.
Okay.
Or at least broken.
I feel like the talking about a book calmed Pierce down quite a lot.
I think Tulah says, "Do you serve food here?"
We do. I'm not
Lawrence.
exceptionally gifted with cooking, but
Lawrence hits the bottom. Food? Yeah, I think we saw some of the soup around.
At this point, the door of the inn comes open, and 5 halflings walk in.
Morning, boys.
perfect timing.
Hmm?
I know you just got here, but could you make some breakfast real quick?
Well, we're not here to have sex with spiders.
I would hope you wouldn't be.
We would be
I'm
concerned
sorry,
if-
that's not a halfling saying, is it?
I don't care what the fuck that was. That statement.
It
hit
is
me like
now.
a bag- that statement hit me like a bag of goddamn bricks.
Should have shit blindsided me.
If you end up here, Fox, I'm going to shit on your doorstep specifically for that.
You'll forget about it by tomorrow.
I won't.
It's
I
gonna
will
be a
never
fucking
forget.
highlight.
I'm gonna be
Someone
at work.
please clip it so we can taunt the fox with it.
No, do not clip that. Stop it.
I'm gonna be at work.
No,
half
like
awake,
if
and
you
some-
clip that, I could get into trouble. Don't actually do that.
Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna be half awake at work one of these days. Someone's gonna ask me, "Hey, can you come help me with this?" I'm gonna be like, "Well, I'm not here to fuck a spider, am I?" And
So, you should know, I picked that up from a forum post about things Australians say to fuck with tourists.
oh my god!
That's not surprising in this story.
Yeah, somehow that makes perfect sense.
I mean, it
And
worked.
and yet it somehow makes it worse for me.
Not. I've literally never heard someone ever say that. My entire time here in Waterdeep.
Well, you're one of today's lucky 10,000 then.
I will be right back.
That was a fucking with tourist reference followed by an XKCD reference. You're welcome.
Good times.
Please go make some breakfast.
You're the boss. They step into the kitchen and one of the other ones goes, "What's the order?"
Lawrence glanced over
What
the-
are you having, Tulah?
It's whatever.
Shit, what would...
What's Pierce's default breakfast food?
What is Pierce's default breakfast food?
Cold pizza of indeterminate providence, let's be real.
I am not having that served to fucking Tulah.
You would if you weren't a coward.
Bacon and hash browns.
If she wasn't an elf, she'd be into it.
You don't know what Tulah's into.
You know what? That's fair, and I halfway don't want to know.
She hangs out with Tristan and Gideon. Just saying.
Is there like breakfast specials at the tavern?
You know what? No,
I don't know,
fuck
is
it.
there?
You know what? No, fuck it. Make the Rashal.
Yes.
For breakfast?
Breakfast, Rashal.
I mean, I would.
Well, I suppose if we use French toast and...
I'll have one as well.
I'm sorry, did you say French toast? I'm trying that next time.
Okay, no, he didn't say French toast. He probably said, Oh, that reminds me, actually.
It's the sandwich that's got 2 grilled cheeses and egg in the middle.
Yeah, but that reminds me. I heard the single greatest expression for a non-Earth related fantasy campaign, and I'm gonna steal it. Right before you swear, you say, "Pardon my Elvish," which is pretty fucking good.
It's great. It's doubly great if you use an Elvish swear.
The dude who said it in the game that I was playing was actually Gideon, which made it even funnier. he went, "Pardon my Elvish, but what the fuck are you thinking?" And I was like, "That is a Tristan line, but I'm stealing it."
Oh, it's so good! I love it.
Aloha.
Okay.
Hey,
So yeah, he didn't say French toast. He said like, I don't even fucking know.
They just make the sandwich.
Elven. Elven. Just call it like Elven.
I don't associate.
Just because why not?
Why not name after Caprese? Because she probably would be the one.
Caprese absolutely did not make that like. If anything, it would be like off of a culture, so like halfling or gnome. Excuse me.
I think there is French toast in the Heroes Feast book. If you want me to flip through that.
Pretty sure
it's in French toast, but
I'm pretty sure it's in the halfling section. There's some really good Elvish bread in there, but it's not French toast. Although I do want to make French toast with that Elvish bread.
Yeah, I think it'd be halfling bread
again.
Regardless, like they'll go get that whipped up. You hear the cooking sound from Breath of the Wild coming from the kitchen.
It sounds dumb, but it's really good. I learned it from a friend.
I can attest to this. It is.
So Tulah like turns a page in her book and she goes, "Rashal, the page turner."
Yeah.
He nods. He made that one evening. He looked like he really enjoyed it, so we added the recipe to our breakfast menu.
Sorry, quick thing. I'm realizing, like, I'm remembering, cinnamon, it's like a jungle tree, isn't it?
No.
No?
No. Well, sort of. When most people say...
It is a tree. I don't know if it's jungle or not.
When most people say jungle, they think of, like, South America. Which, no. It's Southeast Asian, actually. But technically, yes, it is in, like, jungle areas. I think it's, like, Vietnam, Cambodia, that area. This is where I learned that Vietnam and Cambodia don't border each other, but, you know, that general, like, mental image. I think. I could be wrong. And also Georgia, weirdly.
While that's happening, I'm gonna
He's
go over to Lawrence.
aided us in many ways.
Okay, go ahead, Rock.
No, I'm gonna let them have the conversation, but I'm gonna talk to Lawrence when that's done.
Okay, about what?
Well, normally I'm woken up to go training, and I wasn't woken up, so either I'm late and in super big trouble, or something happened.
Okay.
So, find out in a moment.
Malcolm's probably
I just
getting
didn't want to
jumped
interrupt.
down.
You're fine.
Look over to
So, Lawrence just glance
Lawrence.
over.
So,
Morning.
did Derek come and go already by chance?
We have another situation as per the usual. Currently, Derek, Brayden, and Tristan and Connie are on it.
What happened?
Don't know. Tristan, straight up lied to my face as per usual, and
The door
I'm
opens
just-
and Rainier walks in. Good morning, everyone. Oh, you're up early.
morning.
I
Training.
don't think I got a chance to go to sleep yet.
Oh, you should do that. I hear it's lovely this time of year.
It is.
I absolutely would if I wasn't so anxious.
What's happened?
It'd be nice if people would tell me, but, you know.
Weren't you there when Sockham said it?
You absolutely were upstairs.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Well, we have a situation, and, you know, he's going to glance at Tulah and just say, and it's getting dealt with.
Have you been served, miss?
They're working on it.
Nice of you to take an entrance, Percival.
Lawrence, you know, glances outside and says, I should probably get over to the forge. Anybody need anything done? I can just add it to the pile for today.
Oh,
Does that extend to me?
Yeah, what do you need?
You won't believe me.
I don't know,
Wait.
try me.
We've heard crazier things today.
Rainier holds up. I think he's got a rapier. I'm reasonably sure he has a rapier. And
Right,
it's.
said a few times he's got a rapier.
I mean,
Isn't
just,
it? I thought he had a cutlass.
I'm checking. His
I'm
rapier.
90% sure he had a rapier.
He's a rapier. He pulls out the rapier, and it's just like the blade is like hanging from the bottom, like it's been snapped.
Lawrence winces in black sympathy, just like, oh dear.
what happened to you?
You know, he takes it very carefully, like, what did you do?
I told you you wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try us.
Try us.
Damnedest thing. I was glances at Tulah. Out. And there was a beast.
A beast.
What kind of beast?
Huh.
Beast?
Okay.
If I didn't know any better, I'd swear it was Rashal. But, and he like holds up a hand really quick. A man's height taller and just as broad.
I'm sorry, what did you just
That ringing
say?
any bells?
Pierce is like now tuning into the conversation a bit more.
Lawrence frowns, says,
I think he like stands up a bit.
when was this?
Where?
Outside the walls.
This morning.
Oh fuck.
No, last night.
You're coming with me to Blackstaff Tower.
What? Why? I'm not exactly welcome in the more judicial parts of the city, Percival, you know that.
Where outside tower? Outside the town?
Then can you take us to where it was?
Certainly, but there's nothing there. That's why I'm late. I went back to check. I didn't kill the damn thing. Apparently.
Was the body there?
No.
Wasn't dead, so no.
He just said he didn't kill it.
Great.
Archmage was telling me about reports of the very such creatures you just mentioned. Tall dragon kin, for lack of the word.
Right. And Lawrence is
Then-
almost
Like,
Rainier here.
like you see his hands go to like the fastening of his tunic, and he goes, "Then maybe you can explain this." And he like unties it, and he opens the chest part, and he's got slashes like down the side of his chest, which not uncommon for somebody like Rainier.
Yeah.
There's 3 of them. They're wider than they should be if it was like Rashal, but the edges of them, instead of being red and swollen from being fresh gashes, and the gashes themselves are not red, they're like gray and flaky like stone.
That's
Does it-
weird.
What
I imagine it hurts,
hell?
but-
Can I tell what happened here?
He got scratched by something.
Yeah, but like, why is it
Have we heard of
stony?
anything that would do that?
No.
I'm
I mean, I
gonna
know someone to
move
ask, but
closer
they're
and, like,
indisposed.
do
Knowing,
you mind?
hearing all the commotion down that the building is seemingly coming alive, Sockham's probably coming down.
Right.
Like, then like Pierce gets closer and like goes to touch it and stops. Do you mind?
Not at all. I don't have any sensation.
He like touches it and see if it has any give.
It does have give. It has give in the same way that a scar has give. Like, you can feel the stuff around the scar tissue.
Mm-hmm.
And also it powders in your hand.
Have you tried magically healing it?
From whom? I was going to ask Constance later today.
I can
Connie,
use a healing spirit.
Connie isn't here.
I could try right now if you'd like.
I'll go get a chair for him.
It hasn't gotten any worse, thankfully, but, well, it's certainly not normal.
It's
Here, sit down.
almost like it's like a petrification almost.
Except it's not spreading, which I thought
Exactly.
was odd. Rainier sits down at the bar. That, like, a couple of halflings come in with, like, coffee pots, and they start setting them on tables.
You want to go first, or should I?
I'll give it a shot. And
I think Lawrence's is lower level, which might be better.
yeah, I mean, a healing word is just level 1.
Right.
Yeah, mine's level 2.
Yeah, just give that a shot.
Okay, roll it. No, mark up your spell slot and roll it. It's not an attack.
Sorry, damn it. It's been a hot minute.
You're good, just your macro's not set up correctly.
Just when we fix that. Let me try this.
Let me test something. And I'm gonna use my amulet and cast Detect Magic.
Good
It's
idea.
still not correct, is it?
Oh, hang on.
Hey, don't you have to do that? Like, don't you
Guys,
need a?
give me a second.
It recharges at the start of the next day.
Nope, it restarts. Well, I mean, yes, that's true, but you have to take a long rest in order to do it.
For magic items, I thought if it recharged at dawn, it just recharged at dawn.
It depends.
Yeah, it depends on the item.
Okay, do you see what I just did there, Lawrence?
Oh.
See that?
Oh, that'd be why.
Make sure you turn that off when all of your spells that don't require an attack.
Okay, I'll fuss with that then.
But now roll it. There you go. So you like cast your spell. We hear the brief like ring of a hammer on an anvil. Rainier's like chest like glows briefly, but nothing happens. And he goes, "Well, I feel better."
It's probably not a healing thing, then. It's probably maybe a curse. I don't know much about that stuff.
Maybe
But
a curse
And
or
Lawrence winces and says, I can do that too. I've got that ready to go, but...
maybe a poison?
A halfling comes out with a tray with like the sandwich on it and like takes it over to Tulah and like sets the plate in front of her, and she says, "I don't suppose I could trouble you for a side of crispy pork belly." And the halfling like nods and gives a little salute and ducks back into the kitchen.
Tulah, before you get too far in your meal, have you ever seen anything like this?
She smiles a little bit, like it's more than she smiled previously, and it's a little bit cheeky. And she says, "I was wondering when you were going to ask me." And she like stands up and goes over to Rainier. And Rainier like immediately looks at the rest of you like, like, I don't know this elf.
Give you a thumbs up, like, trust us.
It's fine. She's a friend we've known for a long time.
And she like puts a hand on Rainier's chest, and when she does, her eyes like go white and start glowing. At the same time, her staff, like the orb of her staff, does that as well.
Oh God!
And Rainier like flinches, and she like sits like that for a second, and then the light fades, and she frowns. It's venom, but not. I've never seen it like before. Do you know what a gorgon is?
have any of us heard of Gorgon?
I have an idea of what it is, but does Pierce know what it is?
Make an Arcana check.
Quick clarifier, are we talking mythology Gorgon or D&D Gorgon?
They are similar.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Pierceable. A gorgon is not specifically a Medusa. They can be, but a gorgon is like any aberration. Sometimes they can even be constructs with like a petrifying gaze and touch.
Okay. So, What did she say again?
Do you know what a gorgon is?
To a degree, yes.
Similar, but too localized. A restoration spell should work, though.
You said lesser restoration?
She said a restoration spell.
A restoration.
Unfortunately, that's... Well, Lawrence, do you have restoration?
Actually, yeah.
You have it prepared? You don't have all your spells, friend.
I got full sleep last night.
Yeah, did you prepare lesser restoration?
Yeah.
Why?
Never know when you might need it.
You usually prepare lesser restoration?
Not always, but just on occasion, just to occasionally have it handy. I mean, I've got protection from poison also prepared.
All right,
Well,
I didn't ask you what spells you had prepared, but all right, but... Okay. If you want to try it.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Mark off another spell slot.
I mean, all sorts of fucky status effects can happen if you're careless at the forge.
Fair.
Yeah, and... that's one I actually didn't have on my list. Shoot.
Oh.
No, it's in my spell list. I didn't have it actually.
There's not a
set
dice roll
up.
involved.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why. It either does the thing or it doesn't.
Oh. So I'll just mark that off then.
Yeah. So you cast Lesser Restoration. What does that look like?
Probably looks like the glow of a forge, like sparks coming off it from.
Oh, nice.
From hitting from striking something on an anvil.
Okay. Yeah. The wounds, like, they turn into normal wounds. The stone effect goes away, and Rainier immediately winces, like, oh, the air hurts now.
Spirit.
Okay, you want to healing spirit him? Okay, cool.
That way, in case there's any bleeding or anything,
Yep.
just...
You patch him up, mark off your spell slot, and fixes the shirt. And says, "Thank you, both of you."
Okay. Pierce's gonna pull out his notebook and just write down quickly.
Okay.
These dragonkin seem to be able to petrify with their claws. Localized petrification, and then just close his book.
Mm-hmm.
Just make a note of that. Okay, I have something to report to the Archmage.
Was anyone else attacked?
Yeah, was anyone with you?
Not specifically, no. I can't say there's no one in the farmlands that suffered as I did, but there was no one around at the time.
How far from the walls were you?
Within sight.
That's still a ways out.
That's closer than we would like.
Couldn't hurt to look around.
If you two will go out, and Lawrence, pats Rainier on the shoulder, just like, you, rest up. Me, and he holds up Rainier's rapier, just like, I'm gonna go to work.
Tulah, do you have... I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with the scrying spell, but it latches onto the closest of such beasts. Ah, right. That's right.
I'd like to help you.
I haven't slept either.
I have. He says kind of awkwardly. I can go take a look around.
Go ahead.
I would argue that such a creature we wouldn't want to take on alone.
I think it's a great idea. I think Rockham should totally do it.
Obviously not, but if we know where it is, that gives us time to prepare. Or
yes,
guard.
However, there are supposed to be several along the Sword Coast. It could be traveling in groups. We don't know.
I only fought the one, and I fought the bastard for a while.
How fast was it?
Faster than me.
I mean, I'm not Braden, but I'm fast.
Like,
Faster than me. Respectfully, that doesn't say much.
You say that, Rainier makes 3 attacks every turn.
Yeah,
That's fair. He is a rogue, isn't he?
I don't know what his 20-yard dash is, but he seems kind of quick.
So, like, you say he says faster than me, and to demonstrate, he, like, takes a rapier stance and, like, swings his arms 3 times. And then kind of shrugs.
And with the wolf form, I can run pretty quick if it spots me. But...
Oh, you meant like that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it moves faster than you in that regard.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not looking to fight it, I'm looking to locate, track.
It was dark. I couldn't tell you how quick it is over land. I was out. It was on me. And then I was wounded. I got a few hits in, I think. Honestly, I'm not sure. And, well, it got that. And you notice that, like, his clothes aren't fucked up, so he's changed clothes since then. And he says, and when I came back to my senses, which I don't believe was long, a few seconds or so, it was gone. No trace. And I looked, believe me.
And it was strong enough to snap your rapier in two.
It is a rapier, it's not like it was a greatsword.
Aye.
When you say
but
gone,
those things aren't...
vanished. I didn't get a good look at it. I couldn't tell you if it teleported or some such, but there was no mundane sign.
Sorry, just for my own notes, did he happen to mention what color
he said it looked like
this was?
He said it looked like Rashal.
Looked like Rashal, okay.
It looked like Rashal, but a man's height bigger and just as broad.
Okay.
Gold? The word she used was dragonkin. A gold dragonkin. Would you say taller than Sockham?
Easily.
Oof. It's a big guy. Or whatever it is.
Faster than you in regards to... that.
Was it a half-dragon? Rainier shakes his head. Those I know. This was about the same height, but broader. Significantly so.
Do you know what its claws are made of?
Built like an orc, if I'm being honest. What were its claws made of?
There's a difference between, like, metal and bone, I suppose.
I couldn't say specifically, but it was stronger than my armor.
What kind of armor do you wear?
Leather.
Okay.
So it could be either.
Well, I mean, like, generally speaking, like, a tiger is gonna have a hard time getting through leather armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm wearing studded leather, which is slightly better. But...
I would go and report... Wait. Pierce, like, digs through his bag a little bit, pulls out his little note card.
You should sleep. So should I. Do you have a room?
You can always use my bed if you want.
I
Lawrence also points up and says, I've got my room here.
I have a room. It's upstairs.
That you'll be using, young man.
You're right. There's so much work to do and never enough time.
You came from outside. I think I'll take yours. Talking to Lawrence.
By all means. All the way up the stairs, left-hand side.
She nods.
Okay. And Pierce is gonna get up after a bit and go upstairs. Unless there's something else that needs to be said.
No, you're free to go whenever you want. I suppose I'll grab a broom then. Anything I need to know about? You all look exhausted, except for you, Lawrence. Where's the others?
I'm pretty well rested.
They are out.
Was Sockham going to come downstairs at any point?
Yeah. Gamzee said that he was going to, and then never followed through.
Hey.
Have you been muted this whole time?
No, it's just been a matter of I didn't know when would be good, and
It's up to you, friend.
yeah,
Yeah, you just gotta step in at some point.
Yeah.
it's
Though Salk also really should take a long rest.
Yeah,
But with everything that's going on, I don't think he can bring himself to.
I mean, fair. I'm just saying.
And yeah, rest up.
But yeah, you can come down whenever you want. I can't control that.
Okay.
Or for his part, we'll give a little, tap the side of his head and just give a little salute and just, right, if you need me, I'll be across the street.
It's
Or
pro-
safe.
it's probably as Pierce is turning to come upstairs, he's hitting the bottom.
There you go. That being said, make a Constitution saving throw, Salcom.
Oh, good.
You have disadvantage because of the operation, unfortunately.
You're tanky boy. You got this.
Do you have any exhaustion already?
No.
Take 2 levels.
Oof.
So
Looks over.
come down, like looking strong because of the belt, but like eyes are sunken, big yawn.
I think when Pierce goes to go upstairs, he like makes a big circle around him to avoid getting too close.
Mm.
He's not in
Good mood.
good mood with Salcom.
I think Sokkum like watches him walk the circle and like does this half nod like, yeah, I expected that a little bit.
And then just
Yes.
goes upstairs to his room.
Miss
Unless
Tulah.
I
he
take it the
stopped.
operation was a success. Rainier's like grabbed a broom and is like sweeping up.
Oh yeah. I'm just a little tired.
You look like 3 of the 9 hells.
Was supposed to rest, but work is never done, you know?
Carefully, don't
Take the
work
rest
yourself
where
to
you
death.
can get it, friend. I can handle things down here whenever Mr. Rosnar
don't-
shows up.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Where is she anyway? She usually beats me here.
He's actually got some business to attend to this morning.
Hmm.
I assume she'll be arriving later this evening. Miss Tulah.
She like closes her book and like looks up at you.
Clicks his little book off his belt. I was wondering if we could do an exchange of information.
I don't suppose it can wait. I haven't slept.
Ah, right. You arrived at the.
Going to have breakfast and then see to. Was that
Right.
Lawrence? He's grown considerably.
Yes.
I know, right?
Fun thing about that.
Pierceful
he's
less
not
so.
Lawrence isn't a sorcerer anymore either.
What?
Oh yeah.
Champion of Gond.
That explains the armor.
Hmm.
Was that adamantine?
It was. Paid
How
out
did
the
he
ass for
come
it.
across something like that?
He was
He paid
adamant
up.
about getting it.
He paid out the ass. Oh my god. That hit. That. Oh.
Right wind, you asshole. I approve.
What did he say?
Dare you beat me to that pun?
What did he say? I missed it.
He was adamant about getting it.
Ah,
He paid out the ass for it. But, I mean, he had the money to spare.
how?
The same way I was able to get this belt. We found the Vault of Dragons and were given the reward.
That was you.
Us.
Hmm.
The KnightLites.
Yes, I do believe that an exchange of information is in order after a good morning's rest.
Yes, you go ahead. I forgot you arrived at Wolf's Moon.
Given the circumstances. I haven't slept in a few days, if I'm being honest.
You go ahead. We've got some stuff upstairs that should ease the dreams. Well, maybe. I'm not really sure how wards affect that
I
sort
mean,
of thing.
she's currently eating breakfast, so.
Right. He's saying when you're
Yeah,
or, or like the go ahead when you're ready.
She's nodding along. What do I owe you?
On the house.
What? No.
The room, at least, is on the house. If you feel adamant you need to pay, he like pulls a paper out from under the countertop. What is that? The French toast.
With a side of pork belly.
French toast, side of pork belly. I'm still working on my prices. 10 silver?
She smiles. I have something better. She reaches into her coin pouch, or what you think is her coin pouch, and she pulls out a diamond, and she just sets it on the counter.
Our food's that good?
You sure, Miss Tulah? That's a lot.
I have more than one.
Well, if you're certain.
So she's a smart wizard.
Well, if you're
I have
certain,
a feeling
then
Percival will want it.
probably. Well, with this, you can consider your breakfast paid for and lunch banked for whenever you're ready.
She smiles. You have a good chef here. I'd
We've
very
got-
much like a turkey sandwich for lunch.
I'll have that arranged.
And she picks up her plate and starts to head upstairs.
I think he pulls like a stool.
People
over
are starting to
the
come down
bar.
for breakfast now. And I think Rainier looks over at Yusakum and he says, just between you and me, who is that?
That's Tulah Moonshadow.
Am I supposed to know who that is? Wait! Wait. Wait.
There it is.
That's
you-
Tulah Moonshadow.
Between you and me, she's the woman that made me. Well, though the encounter was brief at the time, when I was young, made me recognize that magic isn't so bad.
Between you and me, she's one of the ones who deposed my father.
Oh, I'm aware. Her, Gideon.
Who?
Was Gideon his name?
Gideon is his name when you first met him, but he hasn't gone by Gideon here in Waterdeep.
Oh, sorry. Derek.
Wait, Derek is Gideon?
Yes, correct.
And,
Probably kind of like has a
Tris-
moment to himself.
Tristan and what was the dwarves' name? I can never remember.
Tremere,
Yeah,
heroes of
We met-
Waterdeep.
we met them when we were very young. I'd say we saved them from goblins, but I don't really think they needed us.
How old were you? I mean,
Oh,
I
I
know
was-
she's an elf, but
Me and Brockham were 12. The rest were much younger.
goblins at 12.
Kobolds at 11.
So you've always been nutters, got it.
Not
When I
wrong.
was,
Runs in the families.
when I was young, when the kobolds came.
Next, you're going to tell me you were throwing trees around at that age.
Yes, actually.
Well,
Yes,
What?
actually. Family
Really?
trade. Yeah.
almost killed us with it.
I honestly shouldn't be surprised.
My best party trick was taking out an entire tree with one swing with my machete.
Can you do that now?
I can do 2 at once now. With this belt, probably 3.
Reach.
So, if you guys don't mind, I want to cut over to the Steam and Steel for just a second.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lawrence, you get to the Steam and Steel. There is a... I don't want to call it a note because it's a full piece of paper, but there's a piece of paper on the door of the Steam and Steel. And, like, the lights are off.
That's odd.
What do you do?
Take a look at the note because this is unusual. Because
It's written
Master
on his
Emerson?
hand. It says, Lawrence, my dear boy, at the top. And it says, we wanted to tell you, but there wasn't time. There's been a development with Embrick's family, and we need to go away for a few weeks, a few 10 days, to just get everything situated. You're welcome to mind the shop or go off on one of your adventures, smiley face. There's extra food in the pantry if you need it. It'll keep, Avi.
So Lawrence just takes the note off the door, smiles, and says, "All right, I'll keep things safe." So he'd probably just go over to the forge long enough to fire it up and work on Rainier's rapier.
Okay.
So can I roll for that?
Yeah, absolutely. Make a Smith's Tools check with your probably wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom is what we had it set for.
Yep.
Oh, I've been using intelligence.
Can't get much worse.
I mean, it's not a nat one. Do you have inspiration?
No.
Does anybody want to give you inspiration?
You can take
Take it.
Okay.
Sorry, are you taking rocks or mine?
I'll take rocks.
I mean, you might want to take both of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
This man rolled a 2 and then rolled a 3.
Wow!
Yeah,
All right.
those muscles warmed up or something.
Rolls, and apparently is my turn. So
Yeah.
Where's that guidance when you need it?
I mean, he's got guidance. He's just not using it.
Can you guide yourself?
Yes.
I actually didn't know that was the case. I thought you had to cast on someone else.
Nope. You can guidance yourself. You can bardic.
You gotta touch yourself first.
Technically, you can't bardic yourself, but I like the fact that some bards can. And you can also bless yourself.
Even like Sokkum, even at his worst moments, he still believes his ish when he starts hyping himself up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to take the other inspiration, roll that again.
And I'll guidance on top of it.
Okay, cool. So roll that d4. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sheesh.
I mean, it'll still take a while, but you can fix the rapier. So, meanwhile, Brayden, Connie, Tristan, and Gideon are heading to Captain Waterdeep, right?
Yep.
So by the time you get all the fucking way out of the vault, like the coaches are running. So Tristan can fly down a carriage. So I think we fade in on the four of you in a carriage. And there's not a lot of energy in this carriage at the moment. Tristan's kind of sulking.
Maiden's half asleep.
So I think it's Tristan is sitting across from Brayden and Gideon is sitting across from Connie. So I think Gideon looks at Connie as you're like rumbling through the streets of Waterdeep, and he says, "I don't think we've got a chance to talk."
We did a bit, but the thing out in the woods.
That was preparing for a battle. This is just talking.
No, I don't think we have.
You know who I am?
Derek.
He chuckles. Might as
Or
well
Gideon.
be your uncle. If you want it. Yours too, kid. Looks over at Brayden.
I mean, I've had this one for role model for ages, so wouldn't be much of a change.
Yeah, I think Connie like grins at the mention of an uncle.
You've grown up.
Yeah. A lot.
Saw your face earlier. I didn't mean to upset you.
I mean, it's something I'd rather know than not, as upsetting it as it is. And she looks at Tristan like...
Tristan
partly confused, partly mad, like...
Yeah, Tristan goes to say something, and Gideon like puts a hand on his shoulder and leans forward so that he breaks his line of sight.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "Your dad's always got an angle, but generally speaking, he looks out for his friends. Can't speak for his family, but Yes, you can. Gideon, like, shoves his shoulder a little bit. I'm not the best at this. I usually let the talking to the bigwigs with him and Tulah, but he means well, is my point.
You know, it's funny. Sometimes it's the people who say the least that know just what to say.
I think Tristan, like, nods affirmatively. And Gideon, like, pulls his hood up a little bit higher, and he says, "Thanks, kid." But listen. If this whole thing is percolating around in your head and darkening your opinion of this asshole, you deserve to know none of us have clean hands. Now, I'd argue too that none of us, Tristan. And Tristan's got this look of surprise on his face, like, what do you know, dude?
Yeah, she gives him a slightly quizzical look, but then goes on to say, it's starting to seem like that's the case for everybody in Waterdeep. Everybody in politics, anyway.
Not just Waterdeep, it's pretty much everywhere. But it's not about politics, it's about... I can't speak for politicians, they all suck. Minister Sergei's over here included, like, shoves him again. Guilty as charged. But no, it's... everyone does things that they're not proud of. Things for their greater good. Whether or not that greater good is your purse strings, he gestures at Tristan, your family, or... And in a way that says, like, he knows more about you all than he's letting on, he goes, telling someone who's dying that they're gonna be fine.
That gets a eyebrow from her.
So... it's a lot. But you could pretty much assume everyone's got baggage. Might not be stained hands specifically, but there ain't nobody that's truly good.
No, but I guess we could all try to be. That's the important part, right?
You say that, and you notice that Tristan is, like, glaring at Gideon, and Gideon says, "Alright, fine, except for... what was your mom's name? Did we ever establish?"
We did, I'm blanking on what it was.
The name Anastasia is stuck in my head, and I'm not sure if that's right or not.
I don't remember, but let's just go with it.
Or was it Caroline? It might have been Caroline, actually. Anybody remember?
I don't, sorry.
I feel like Carolina's right.
I think Gideon says, "Well, except for..." A trails off, and Tristan goes, "Caroline." And this isn't really the group to bring that up with, Gideon.
Yeah, Connie falls a bit silent.
Like Braden, like, sort of turns with an eyebrow raised, like, I'm clearly missing something here.
Right. Did it again. No, you didn't. It just happens.
You're fine.
In lighter news, how about we stop for breakfast before we go deal with Lord Mart?
Brent's stomach goes.
You know what? That's an idea. I could go for a sandwich.
I hear the bagels of Waterdeep are rather spectacular. Do you know
They're
how
pretty
hard
good.
it is to get a bagel delivered to the palace? Well, maybe Lord Mart is just fucking with me.
It's probably a bit of both.
What's a bagel?
Isn't there that bagel joint near my
I have
apartment?
a treat for you.
Driver! And Tristan, gives directions as we fade up. Who wants the last scene before the end of the stream? Anybody want to do anything particularly interesting?
At some point, I wanted to go apologize to Pierce, but that can...
That can absolutely be the last scene, that's fine.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that could be good.
You want to wait for him to take a long rest first, or you want to do it before he goes to sleep?
Probably before, because if Pierce goes out, he's gonna be out for a while.
Okay, so you're gonna leave the running of the bar to Rainier and leave.
For a brief couple of moments, yeah.
Okay, and you're gonna head upstairs to Pierce's room. Out of curiosity, is it Pierce's room or is it Pierce and Connie's room?
It's probably Pierce and Connie's room.
Okay.
Like, probably while Pierce is getting tucked in, brief little knock.
There's nothing for a moment when you knock. And then there's like a sigh and the sound of someone getting out of bed, and a few moments later, the door opens just a crack.
He sees it sock him and slams it closed again.
Yeah, pretty much.
I was kidding, but okay.
I mean, I don't think Pierce is that way. Yeah, I just like hold it for a moment, but he doesn't open it any further.
Can we talk a moment?
Alright, fine. And he like opens the door a bit more, just leaves it, and goes to sit on the bed.
Steps in, closes the door behind him. Right. Quick.
I saved your face downstairs. I didn't
Quick.
tell her.
I didn't tell you either. I wasn't saving face for Tristan. I think he like sits on the ground in front of the door.
Mm-hmm.
I was saving face so I don't have to think about the fact that we may have to kill the woman that made me not be afraid of my brother's power. If they can't find a cure, that's
So he
That's-
actually doesn't know anything.
no.
I was right. And you were yelling at me to shut up.
Sorry, little brother. It's just... when you've just undergone
I
a
understand.
surgery, and then everything starts falling apart around me, I've got none of my tools ready, and my body is barely ready, I can't do anything.
I understand.
I don't even know why Tristan listened to me when I told him to take Brayden. He could have
Probably
brushed
because
me
he-
aside. Sorry.
Probably because he thought Brayden would be useful. I don't get his motives 100% of the time, but he's still... he's family. And he was going to rush up and do something stupid. Alone. That's the part that's frustrating me so much about this. We push and we push and we push about talking so much about how we need to work together. We're a family. And then the moment something like this comes up, where we may have to give up on a family member, and everything goes by the wayside.
Like I said, Pierce, I didn't. He like cups his face for a moment, pulls his hand down. I didn't want to think about it. When we met Tulah, I was still. I'll just say it. I was still scared of you and Lawrence. Lawrence had fire in his fingers, in his blood, in his bones. You and your mother were so...
My mother scares me too sometimes. You aren't alone in that. I think like chuckles a bit.
But all three of you had such powerful magics from my perspective. All I wanted to do was sing and fight evil, and then we met them, and it was kind of a...
And they showed us what we could be one day, yeah.
There's something I've always kind of noticed about them. I think he tucks in a little. None of them in that group are quite like me. I'm big, I'm strong, I'm meant to take a hit, but all of them, they all seem...
They deal with a problem before it becomes one.
I'm a brick wall. They're sandbags built to hold the tide.
Aye.
They're there when they're needed. I'm here whether people like it or not. And frankly, I'm still scared. I'm sorry. I got stressed. I yelled at you and...
I forgive you, Sokol. But...
even with this...
when we're stressed out, we just... we can't keep turning inwards like this, away from the rest of the group. I get it. It's hard and frustrating, but if we don't...
You move so well. You've always been so much more nervous than me. I don't understand how you move so well in this city, even with this belt, with Galestorm Mine. I'm not a damn hero. I'm not strong enough. I'm freed of that god, and I'm still not strong enough. Nori lifted a mountain. I could barely lift myself moments ago. Golden Dawn hunted Malar to the edges of a river. I barely beat him back with strength that I didn't even know the source. For all I know, I could have called out to some ancient god again, and now I'm part of some blood rite.
Sokol, I want you to listen to me. I've noticed something in my time here. No adventurer becomes a hero on their lonesome. Even the city didn't build itself alone. The city works by so many moving pieces. People that rely on each other to make sure things run smoothly. Our group, our circle, when one part of us is weak, we rely on the rest of us to make sure we're strong. If you aren't strong enough to hold yourself up, we'll help you. We're a family, and we're gonna act like it.
People have gotten so strong so fast. I just don't want to get left behind.
Like it or not, you're here with. Sorry, no. You're here, whether we like it or not. Aren't you? You're a brick wall that won't be moved. We need that strength. Even if you don't feel it at this moment, we need you. But we need to be a family. I think Pierce gets off the bed. I don't think he says anything else, but he just goes over to Sockham and half kneels. Like, he can't kneel beside Sockham because he's still, even sitting, he's...
Yeah, like sitting on his butt, Sockham is still as tall as Pierce.
Yeah. I think he just wordlessly hugs him.
I think the music swells a little bit when you hug your brother, and the camera like pans over Sockham's shoulder a little bit, and we see a door with a stylized L on it, and we see Tulah standing in like the door crack, and she smiles a little bit and closes the door. And as much as I want to end the episode there's one more thing that I need to do.
Okay.
Though that was
Okay.
real fucking good.
Yeah, well done, you guys.
Both of you take inspiration.
Nice. I've been wanting to have a good scene with Sockham like that.
Yeah, right?
I want to hug both of you.
Definitely. Well earned. Bravo, you two.
So... We fade up on that scene, and we fade down on Rockham, outside the walls, over in the farmlands around Waterdeep. Did you go north or south? Because Rainer didn't tell you.
Shit. I don't think I have a... trying to think if I have a reason to pick one or the other.
North is much closer.
North it is then.
Okay. So we see Rockham with the ocean at his left hand, moving through the fields. That, like, you were here just a couple of days ago, all things considered. Yeah. Like, but now you've got the hook swords, and like maybe you're like tracking in ways that Gideon has showed you.
Mm-hmm.
Have you taken the potion yet?
How many days have... We've only been training a couple days at this point.
You've been training 5 days, I think?
4 or 5 days, something like that. Probably not yet.
Okay. So, make a survival check, please. Are you in your favorite terrain?
Let me check. I haven't looked at favorite terrain in a while.
Plains or coast would apply here.
Trying to find out where I wrote down favorite terrain. I have favorite foe. Is favorite terrain a thing with the new ranger stuff?
It is, because you're taking favorite foe and favorite terrain.
It's under natural explorer.
Remember, I give you both. I give you the base ranger stuff, and I give you the Tasha's ranger stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we also
would be under natural explorer.
We also
terrain.
did some modifications to ranger stuff with Kelio. I don't know if you've applied those or not.
I don't think I have. I know, like, a couple months ago, we looked over stuff, but...
Okay.
Yeah, I
don't think you've given me any further modifications than
double. No. I mean
on...
Brightwind. I don't know if Brightwind has applied the things that we gave to Kelio. That's what I meant, Nightfall, but thank you.
Yeah, I don't think I have.
Okay. Well, you should have... You're a 7th level ranger? 8th?
7, I believe.
7?
Yeah, Apprentice Ranger 7.
Okay. You should have 2 favored terrains then, I think?
Yes, you get a second at 6th.
Yeah. So you should have 2 favorite terrains, friend.
I'm scrolling through my stuff, see if I find it.
And you get some bonuses.
I'd
that.
gamble your terrains are probably gonna end up being forest and plains.
I was gonna say, yeah, probably forest and plains makes the most sense.
That's what surrounded us as kids.
Yeah.
I'll make a note. Yeah, that'll
Okay.
forest in place.
So then plains applies. So you have a survival check with advantage.
Alright, one moment. Making a note of that for later.
And I'm assuming you're moving stealthily, right?
Yes.
Because you can move stealthily at normal speed in your favorite terrain.
Yeah, just...
So go ahead and make a stealth check with advantage as well. Also, the main thing that we did with favorite terrain is primeval awareness, which is an ability that you have.
Yeah, we reworked that one. I believe it's now, if it's within your favorite terrain, you get directional, and it's up to 6 miles.
Yes.
If you want, after today, I can look at what you have. And
Yeah,
you
but
only choose...
I'm just wondering if you're using your primeval awareness.
I have it here. It's...
But
it's
also make that
textual
stealth check.
Yeah.
There's a chance it might work with this, because it works for these creature types and your favorite enemy types.
And your favorite enemies.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Okay. Alright then.
That is a valorous critical overland stealth check is what that is.
Holy
Fuck
shit.
yeah.
Literally no one
Eat your heart
can
out,
see you without magic.
Damn.
Holy shit.
Like you are not leaving footprints. Like you are a blood hunter.
You're a fucking survivalist.
Yeah,
That
you
went
are.
to the flow.
Yeah,
And that,
baby.
by the way,
Yeah,
that
Derek
was
yelling
that was
at
a
your
29 on
next
the survival as well. By the way.
Yeah,
Jesus.
baby. That's how
Oh my god.
That's how
And
the
Gideon isn't here
motherfucker.
to see it.
That is how the motherfucking hunters of
motherfucker.
Landgrawl do.
Yeah, it is.
It's just
Go,
how Goliaths
brother.
do. It's just fucking Goliaths are fucking bullshit hunters.
So, Rock, are you using your primeval awareness?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm
Should I link
assuming
it
you're
for you?
looking for dragons.
Yeah, because
Okay.
there was mention that it was dragon-ish of some kind.
No,
but-
yeah, certainly.
So yeah.
So, I think so we see Rockham with the ocean on his left hand, sloping like down away from you, like on a raised roadway, like moving through the farmlands, not quite to the forest yet. And I think we see you like step onto the road and like move a bit of bush aside, and we see crimson blood on the ground. And right beside it, we see a footprint. And this footprint is, like, very, like, Tyrannosaurus in the way that it looks. It's got 3 toes pointed forward and 1 toe pointed backwards with claws. And it is substantially larger than your hand. It's like a grizzly bear paw compared to a human.
Oof, big boy.
But you see the singular footprint.
Just the one?
Mm-hmm. And then you use primeval awareness, and you do not sense any dragons within 6 miles of you.
Can I tell from the print, does it look like something heavy, like, impacted hard, or is it like something heavy stepped there and kept moving?
It is a deep rut in the ground, yes. I need you to clarify your question. What are you asking me?
Like, there's a difference between something flying, landing with one foot and grabbing somebody with the other and taking off again, or something that, like, is running and, like, hopping, for example.
Fair. I mean, you rolled a 29 on your survival, so I think it's completely reasonable. It was moving. It was on the ground moving.
Okay. Huh. I think I'll follow the direction the print was going, see if I find another one.
Okay. Make another survival check, please, with advantage.
Alrighty. Survival.
Okay. You don't find its next stride, but you find a partial print about 50 feet away.
50.
Yes.
Damn. Sorry. I'll make a note of that.
From the size of its foot, there's no way this thing that's a single step for this thing. From the size of its foot, but you have a trail now. Is the point that I'm making?
Yeah.
These motherfuckers can move.
Oh. Yeah. Huh.
I mean, in fairness, Rockham just covered the same distance that it did. Like, moving 50 feet is not indicative of much.
True.
Yeah, but in a single bound, like a single leap.
That's what I'm saying. It was
not that.
That's what I'm saying. It was not that. I'm saying he didn't find any more prints for 50 feet.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they're being stealthy.
If you can, yeah, exactly. If you can humor me for a 2nd,
Mhm.
is there any way to figure out if it's trying to hide its tracks while it's moving? Like any spears blood or?
Yes, that is a survival check, which you still have advantage with because you're in your favorite terrain.
Because if it's intelligent enough to hide its track, that's a little bit terrifying.
Okay.
Alright.
So this is weird. Are you proficient with Arcana?
I am not.
Roll an Arcana check with disadvantage.
Oof. Alright.
I think with
Okay.
Hey, okay.
hang on, your proficiency when you're using with Natural Explorer, your proficiency is doubled.
He's not proficient. He just said that.
Yeah, I don't have Arcana.
Can I?
What I'm saying,
He don't need no help with those other rolls. He got a 27.
that's fair. I was saying that even stuff that you weren't proficient, you
No, it does not. It does not apply to stuff that you're not proficient with.
okay.
We can go over it later.
Your proficiency bonus is doubled. You still have to apply your proficiency bonus, friend.
Yeah, it just makes you even better at what you're good at. It doesn't make you good at everything.
Correct. It's not jack of all trades. So, you still rolled high enough for this. The partial print that you discovered has this chalk dust-like powder on it that is different than the rest of the ground. And when you disturb it, it kind of blows over the print, and it disappears.
Huh. Good to know. Sorry, I'm updating my notes as we go. I think, yeah, for the time being, just staying alert and keep seeing how far this goes.
Okay, so now you know it's hiding its footprints.
Yeah.
Make another survival check. You still... Well, okay, you have disadvantage because you know it's now hiding its footprints, but you have advantage because your favorite terrain, so it's a neutral roll.
Yeah,
But you do have expertise, so you would apply your proficiency bonus again, which I think is 3 for you.
It should, yeah, 3.
So it'll be a neutral roll plus 3.
Okay.
Plus 3 on top of your normal bonus, I should specify. Yeah. 27 again. All right.
Alright.
Well, we know where all the dice luck went.
Yeah, right. So, how far do you search, Rockham?
The farmland goes for a couple miles at least, right?
The what? Yeah. Oh yeah.
The
Oh yeah.
farmland, yeah, it goes for a while, right?
Yeah, more than a couple miles.
I mean,
This thing is at an angle towards the sea. So you will get to the sea before you run out of farmland.
how far is the sea?
Oh, miles.
Like, are we talking over a day's travel, or are
Oh
we
god,
talking?
no. Like half a day.
Okay.
By half a day, I mean like 3 hours, 3-4 hours.
Yeah, I'm willing to go until the ocean.
Wow. Okay, you will find something before then.
Okay.
So in that case, then you find a small copse of trees, like on somebody's land, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you note it by the smell immediately. There's this smell of like. Do you, Brightwind, know what tar smells like?
Kind of.
When
I
it's
can
hot.
Kind of imagine it.
When it's hot.
when they've recently
Paved a road.
Or a parking lot.
Yes. It's that smell mixed with, like, a scent similar to feces, mixed with something you are familiar with, which is blood.
Oof, okay.
So, as you can imagine, completely unnatural.
Yeah.
In this little copse of trees, you see a lot more of that powder just, like, spread around in a wide area, and this, like, black, tar-like substance in a slightly wider area than that. And the powder has been, like, tamped down. And you see, like, the remains of, like, bandages, and some of the tree limbs have been removed, and there's, like, holes in the dirt where they were used for some purpose. Why don't you make an investigation check to get more information?
Alright. So, cluster of tree, hot tar, feces, and blood smell. Tree limbs removed and bandages, like,
Correct.
scattered?
And more of that powder.
Okay. I'll do the roll, but I might try and see if I can get a sample of that powder.
Okay. I mean, there's a lot of it. There's a good bit of it here.
Yeah.
Okay. You have 6 questions.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
You're burning all your luck.
He got another nat 20,
right?
so yeah.
Jeez.
Fucking Rock has been hoarding the dice, apparently. Like, you need to share, man.
Let me write that down so I don't forget. 6 questions.
There have been so many 20s tonight.
To be fair, Brock hasn't done much in the last couple episodes, so it's been adding up. I'm always terrible at questions on the spot, but let's see what I can come up with. The bandages, do they look like they've been used, like bloodied, or are they new and just torn, or?
They are bloody. Some with red, some with black.
Okay. Red and black, bloody bandages. If I can, I'm gonna wad up one of those bandages with red and black blood on it and just put it in a pocket.
Yep, totally.
Mark that down.
So that's one question of 6.
Yeah, let's see.
I wonder if you could tell if that was, like, human blood or something draconic.
That's what I'm gonna bring it back for you guys to look at. 'Cause I don't really, at least not yet, mess with blood that much. Does it look like there may have been like some sort of camp set up here, or is it like someone just stopped here? And
There is not
did
the remains of
whatever
a fire. Beyond that, it would be impossible to tell.
Okay. Let's see, what else to ask? Are there any... The cluster of trees, are there like claw markings or any sort of damage to the trees besides the limbs?
No.
Okay. Trying to think. I know I'm gonna think of something, I just gotta think of it. What would Rock think about?
You're out in the farmland still.
Yeah, true.
In fact, you're on somebody's property.
So there's... When I say residence, I mean like a home nearby.
Is that one of your questions?
Yeah.
There is a home and a barn nearby.
Do the home and barn look damaged outside of like weather?
Make an insight check.
Okay. Insight. Yeah, it was gonna catch up to me eventually.
It does not appear to be damaged.
Okay, so.
You have one more question.
I thought of something. You know, I'm gonna ask it. Why not? Do I spot any bodies like laying on the property anywhere, or pieces of bodies?
Well done. The
Uh-oh,
sun
I don't
is
like
up.
that.
It is mid-morning at this point, probably 9 bells, because you traveled for a while.
Yeah.
There is a farmhouse, there is farm plots, and there is a barn, and there is absolutely no one around.
Nope. This would be like prime working hours, wouldn't it?
Yes.
I'm gonna stay stealthy, but I'm gonna creep my way toward the farmhouse.
Make a stealth check.
Stealtharium.
Okay.
I felt something was off listening to this. Like,
Mm-hmm.
So you creep up to the farmhouse. There's a doghouse out front. No dog.
Okay.
There's chickens in the yard. No one around. Front door's open. You don't smell breakfast.
Okay. I don't want to like fully go in the doorway, but I'll like peek in the doorways. Or a window or something.
It is a darkened farmhouse. The windows are still shuttered for the night. There's no fire in the hearth, there's no smell of cooking, there's no sound of voices.
Huh. I need to look at a spell real quick.
Okay.
Sorry if that casts it.
It did.
I just wanted to read it real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, yeah, I think this will work. Sentences I never thought I'd say. I'm gonna go talk to a chicken.
Okay. So you cast Speak with Animals. There's chickens in the yard. When you cast Speak with Animals, it's all animals. Like, you cast it on yourself.
Yeah, and it's like for the duration.
Yes.
10 minutes.
The chickens, there's apparently, like, horses or something in the barn. Like, the birds overhead, like, every animal is saying death. Death, death,
Ooh.
death, death, death.
I have no basis for this, but this is what my brain went to.
Mm-hmm.
Debating what would be more helpful, a chicken or a horse in this situation.
I mean, as I said,
The answer is yes.
the door to the house is open. Just saying.
Yeah.
I'm actually
worst
curious
case,
which has more ants, a chicken or
I
a
don't know.
horse.
I have no idea, but I'd imagine a horse. Anyway. And I looked around, nobody was in the house.
No, you did not
That I
look
could see.
around. You
I
you
looked in
looked
the
through
doorway.
the crack in the door.
Is there a second floor to this house?
There is not.
The windows are shuttered.
The windows are shuttered for the night. There's no fire. There's no smell of breakfast.
Is it like a doorknob or
No.
on the door?
Nope.
But slowly push it open.
You push open the door, and you see in the fuck off, this is my territory pose, right in line with the doorway, you see a statue of a German Shepherd. And that's the last shot of the episode.
Oh,
no.
Oh no.
Oh! I was afraid to open the door. I was like, I'm gonna open this door and like the house is gonna explode or some shit.
Oh no!
Well,
I knew it was gonna be something awful, but I didn't know it was gonna be that.
Fuck off! This is my territory. Just frozen in stone?
Yes.
yeah, just
Oh my
I now
God.
have a personal vendetta against these creatures.
yeah,
He
same.
hurt-
Fuck this.
It hurt the
Yeah,
dog. You must die.
These fireball arrows are getting used. Okay, it's not a fireball because we're in a field, but
Bring them to my axe.
alright.
Just summon
Vengeance will be
Gale Sword.
ours!
It'll be alright.
Vengeance will be ARFs.
Ours.
Yes.
For the
Yes.
peppers.
So let's do
we
some
will-
shout-outs, shall we?
Yeah, holy fuck, guys.
Grace Miller!
Hello, I'm Rich Mila, aka Gracie. I do art and things, I play Minecraft, I love tabletops. If you like any of those things, give me a poke.
But, Brightwind.
Sorry, I was drinking some water. Hi, I'm Brightwood Ink. Sometimes I do art stuff. If you want to see that art stuff, you can find it at Brightwood Ink at DeviantArt. My brain just died. DeviantArt, Twitter, Discord. Sorry, a lot going through my brain right now, as you would imagine. And yeah, thanks for having me. Today was fun, and I will avenge the doggo.
Delta, give us a shout-out, please.
Oh, I'm Delta, your resident Mad Scotsman. You'll find me hanging about the Discord, doing mod stuff, playing games. Usually Destiny, because that has just consumed my life currently. But if you ever need a hand with something, give me a shout and I'll see if I can help.
Guy Gamzelis, the hero bard, give us a shout-out, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, as always, I am Guy Gamzelis, the hero bard, teller of tales that need be told. And if ever I'm needed, you can always find me on the Discord.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
You good?
Are you good?
My face exploded. I forgot where I was. So
On the
if you
Discord.
need me, yeah. If ever I'm needed, you can always find me on the Discord, in DMs, or on Twitter at @thehomestackhomy. And until next we meet, have a fantastic rest of your night.
Nightfall the Kitsune, give us a shout-out, please.
Hello, I am Nightfall the Kitsune. I do admin stuffs and things. I can be found in the shrine if you need me. I think that's all I got for right now. Have a good one.
Burb, finish us out, please.
Hey guys, Tracer here. I knit soft and fluffy things, so winter is coming again, unfortunately. But if you need anything soft, I'm happy to oblige. Summer is here, so if you need plans for budgeting for a vacation, I can help out with that too. And if you need to hit me up, I am always on Kit's Discord and happy to be bothered for anything at all. So don't be afraid to give me a poke.
For my part, as ever, I am the sharp-eyed Kitsune, the teller of tales and the weaver of mysteries, the masked bard. This is a channel that is devoted to lore and storytelling, world-building, role-playing, and discussions of those things, so if that's to your fancy, you're in excellent company here, and I do hope that you enjoyed your time with us. I will be back on Tuesday, hopefully, with returning to our regularly scheduled streaming stuff with Yakuza 4 in the afternoon and Defensive Action Crown of Fangs in the evening. I will not be here tomorrow because the renovations to the house are resuming tomorrow, and I frankly don't know if they're going to extend beyond tomorrow or not, but then I have to take a half day on Mondays anyway for the meeting, so we've got that going. And the house reno has been one thing after another this past week or so, but hopefully we can return to a sense of normalcy soon, and I do appreciate everyone's patience during this time. For now, it's time to close the book on today and leave you with these parting words. From myself, my keepers, and those joining me on the stage this evening, to all of you, the regulars, the followers, the newcomers, and the lurkers, whether you're just having a seat by the fire or you've got a running tab at the bar, remember, there's always more stories to tell. And hopefully, I'll see you all next time for another tale of the KnightLites and a new chapter. Good night, you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by, and hope to see you again soon.